Are you comfortable?
Ready, baby.
Here comes your 1 minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
Randall, we're going to 24 on the game clock. You and I in that first segment. Okay.
'The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
Snow fell all day in Knoxville. Temperatures dipped into the single digits overnight. Tonight, the Tigers look to continue their best hot streak of the season on Rocky Top. Good evening and War Eagle from the Thompson Bowling Arena with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn trailed by 14 in the first half Wednesday night. Stephen Pearl's team stormed back to win by 6 against Texas. Keyshawn Hall, Kevin Overton combined for 56 points. The Tigers shot a blistering 67% from the field in the second half. Tennessee comes into tonight's game after consecutive wins on the road against top 25 teams. The Vols beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, then came from behind to win in overtime at Georgia. Senior point guard Jacoby Gillespie leads the Vols at 19 points and 5.5 assists per game. Tonight's game matches the SEC Co-Players of the Week, Auburn's Keyshawn Hall and Tennessee's Nate Amen. Who will come out on top tonight? We'll find out in the next 2.5 hours. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CB&S Bank has a long history of stability, and just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Well, it's a very cold and frigid and snowy Knoxville, Tennessee. It was snowing when we landed last night in Knoxville. It has snowed almost all day long here today, but Auburn's gotten around just fine, and now they get ready for the Tennessee Vols in a key Southeastern Conference battle tonight. Auburn 5-3 in the SEC, sporting a 4-game win streak. Tennessee sporting a 2-game win streak, both games on the road against ranked teams in the last week, and 4-3 Randall Dickey in Southeastern Conference play.
Oh, it's sizing up for an outstanding matchup between the Vols and the Tigers tonight. It's going to be an interesting game because of the different philosophies that going against each other with Coach Barnes, certainly a legendary coach, and is doomed for certainly headed for the Hall of Fame, I would think. He's won a ton of games at a couple of different places and plays a rugged style of basketball. And then you have the up-and-comer and Stephen Pearl that the kids are really starting to form together and may have made a lot of strides, had a wonderful week last week. And so it's going to be interesting to see kind of the chess match from the benches tonight going up and down the floor.
This is a place where Stephen Pearl played his basketball for his father, Bruce Pearl, before Bruce was fired and then, of course, eventually came to Auburn And Stephen came with him now in his first game as the head coach against his alma mater at his alma mater. What must be going through his mind as he gets ready to coach the Tigers against his alma mater tonight?
Well, I think Stephen's plenty mature enough to kind of look over that. I think he had an outstanding career here. He enjoyed playing for Bruce, and I think he enjoyed the campus here and the school, and he has fond memories of those things. But it's a little bit different. When you're in the professional world, you accept those things. You've got to move on. You've got to be above that, and I think Stephen will do that. He's certainly passionate about the Vols because he spent a lot of time here, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on this floor, and that is always something that you'll be passionate about. But he has his own way to his own deal to kind of carve out right now.
Right.
That'll be fun for him to watch do that, but I think he'll be fine, and I don't think there's any doubt he'd like to win.
Felix Akpara, their starting post player, is not dressed for tonight's game. Understand it is a calf injury, so he will be out tonight. We expect Jalen Carey at 6'8" to get the start in his place. What they lose from Akpara is 6.8 points, 5.9 rebounds, and their best shot blocker at 6'11" on the low post.
Yes, and he's 6'11", 245, and certainly a rim protector, and he's a rim runner on offense. He just camps out right in front of that basket, and he is a load to deal with. So glad to see him go. But on the flip of the coin, Carey is a big-bodied banger, 6'8", almost 270 is what they've got him listed at, 267. So he's a big-bodied banger, plays a little bit different, but he will also is a guy that will post up. He shoots the ball over his left shoulder as a jump hook on the block. He'll be aggressive around the basket, rebounding-wise. It'll be a load to handle either way, but at least you take the big guy and the shot blocker out of the equation on that.
Yeah, and he is a guy that has dealt with some injuries as well, a guy that has dealt with some knee trouble, but we understand that he will be in the starting lineup. We'll wait and see when those starting lineups are posted. For Auburn tonight, Randall, down 14 in the first half against Texas. Auburn won that fourth straight game against Texas and did it in a different manner. The wins against South Carolina and Ole Miss and Florida were done starting at the defensive end. That wasn't necessarily the case on Wednesday night as the Tigers came from behind, stormed back, and ended up winning that ball game by 6 against Texas.
Well, I was really impressed with the way the guys handled. Texas came out really hot. They didn't come into the Neville Arena as you would be feared from the three-point line, and they really got hot early, made a lot of good shots. They got really comfortable in their offense, and it took the Tigers a little bit of time to kind of adjust. The halftime adjustments was absolutely sensational, and you know the story of the second half. It was all Auburn Tigers against the Horns, and that was good to see. How the young men responded.
Didn't lose their composure either.
I just thought they competed extremely hard. They competed together. They played extremely smart. And they also found sometimes they would pass up their shot to get a better shot, and that's a sign of a team that's really maturing.
Regardless of the fact that Felix Akpara is not playing tonight, Rick Barnes is known for his defense. Stephen Pearl is known for his defense. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top regarding that defensive prowess here tonight.
Well, I think that both teams – number one thing, if you'd asked either coach, they'd want to say, if you score, we might win. But if they don't score, you never come up from behind. And so they really believe that in their heart, that if you defend, and that's one thing that I really like about the Auburn Tigers, defense really travels. You may have an off shooting night, or you may have a poor night handling the basketball or executing your plays on the offensive end, because that's a rhythm type of game. But on the other end, it doesn't take away from your effort defensively. You can always have a lot of try in your heart, and defense is something that both coaches will really preach hard tonight. One thing that Coach Barnes does, his young men for years and years, they play really physical. You're going to see some bodies against bodies tonight. You're going to see some hard fouls. You're going to see around the basket on both ends, around that glass, there are going to be some licks taken. So the Tigers are going to have to continue to hold their composure, continue to compete, but continue to take the basketball extremely strong and aggressive to the rim.
Well, and Auburn's going to come out and set the tone as well. I mean, that was in the 2 scout sessions that we had today with the head coach. He emphasized it heavy in both, and I think has been emphasizing it since that ball game Wednesday night. If Auburn doesn't come out and play physical tonight from the get-go, Tigers could be in some trouble.
Well, I thought it was the biggest and one of the most important points that was made today in that scout. If you're playing against a pressing team that loves to press and try to steal the ball all the time, if they get pressed, sometimes they don't like that. So if it's the same in the physicality game, it's the same in the defensive aggressiveness around the basket. If you kind of take the game to them early, establish and set the tone, sometimes you can kind of gain an edge from that aspect.
60-second scout tonight brought to you by Sensagreen, proud sponsor of Auburn Athletics. The experts at Sensagreen with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Matt Gatens with the scout of the Tennessee Vols.
Obviously a team that's playing good basketball right now, coming off 2 wins at Alabama, at Georgia, so 2 quality road wins. So, no, it's the same MO. They're physical. They hang their head on toughness, physicality, rebounding. They are the number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country. So it's similar to the Florida Scout, and that we're going to have to be ready to battle and on every single rebound hit somebody. They're the 4th best offensive rebounding team since the year 2000. So, with that you typically play 2 bigs. So we got to be able to combat that by being physical in the post, fighting duck-ins, fighting on every rebound. All guys crashing and hitting somebody on rebounds, and then get out and running and then on the other end and driving them and trying to combat that size. But they're led by Gillespie, transfer from Maryland. Great playmaker, great shooter, leading scorer, leading assist guy, leading steals guy. And then Nate Ament, freshman, who's really coming into his own right now. Been a lot more aggressive probably in the last 5 games, scoring over 20 points a game. Just a very skilled, 6'10", wing that's can shoot it, drive it, so very skilled. So we got to be physical with him and lock in on those two guys for sure, because they're the only 2 guys scoring in double figures for them. So great opportunity to go on the road, similar to the Florida game. Just going to really take a lot of physicality, a lot of pride, a lot of toughness on the inside to get this one. But excited about our guys, had a great preparation and a great opportunity to go into Knoxville and get another win.
What do you expect defensively from the Vols?
They pride themselves on their pressure, toughness, and ball screens. They're up to the level. They're in your space. They don't like to switch. So all those things we've taken into account to have a great game plan. But yeah, they always pride themselves on being very connected, very in the gaps. When you're driving, they really collapse. They're really stripping, trying to get steals. So really, really got to be ball strong. Really got to be powerful when you're in the paint, playing on 2 feet, ready to kick it out to the perimeter and make great decisions.
That's the scout of Tennessee. Brad Law's back with the SEC report when the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University Athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Looking for more than a degree? At Auburn's Harbert College of Business, we give you the competitive edge that sets you apart. Our programs combine classroom knowledge with practical experience, supported by mentors and career experts who align your education with your goals. It's a personalized approach that builds confidence and creates opportunities. Be ready to lead. Be ready to innovate. Harbert College of Business, inspiring business. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
The Raymond J. Harbert College of Business presents the SEC Report. A look around the deepest, most challenging conference in college basketball. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harbert College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best at harbert.auburn.edu.
All right, welcome inside the Auburn Sports Network studios. We are counting it down to the Tigers and Volunteers from frigid Knoxville, 26 minutes away from tip-off. 14 league teams in action today. Alabama and Florida go at it tomorrow in Gainesville. One game in progress right now, and that is in Fayetteville, where Kentucky ran out to a 13-point lead over 15th-ranked Arkansas. Wildcats were physical inside, made 10 of their first 11 shots overall. But the Razorbacks have responded in the second half. They've doubled up the Cats in the second half, 22-11. John Calipari's club now has a 4-point lead, 57-53, with still 11 and a half minutes to go. A long way to go in this game. And this is the game scheduled ahead of Auburn and Tennessee. So if you're looking for this on ESPN TV to sync up the feeds, highly unlikely that this game will start on ESPN. We know tip-off is 7:40 Central Time, so that's been pushed back, and it's very unlikely it'll start on ESPN, so you can keep it here, and we'll have the coverage for you throughout the game tonight. So that's what's happening there. Arkansas with a 4-point lead over Kentucky. The finals today in the conference, Tyler Tanner, 24 points, 18th-ranked Vanderbilt beat Ole Miss 71-68. Commodores grabbed an early lead and then just sort of kept the Rebels at arm's length. Ole Miss tried. They would cut into the lead. They would get some momentum, and Vanderbilt never would let them get all the way back. It finishes a 3-point game, but it felt like more than a possession throughout most of the ball game. Tanner, again, 24 points to lead all scorers. Vanderbilt moves to 6-3 in conference play, 19-3 overall on the season. This is an interesting story behind this game. They were scheduled to play in Oxford, but obviously that city's still grappling with winter storm fallout, so they moved it to Nashville, who's also still dealing with the aftermath of winter weather. They played twice this year, so they just flipped the venues, and again, the Commodores controlled it from the start. Some other finals today. Texas A&M separated itself from Georgia early in Athens today. Game tied at 2 when the Aggies ripped off 20 points in a row, and the Bulldogs never caught up. A&M won going away 92-77. Rashawn Agee, 3 assists away from a triple-double. He finished with 18 points and 15 rebounds as the Aggies moved to 7-1 in league play. Missouri got back above 500 in SEC action with an 84-79 win over Mississippi State. T.O. Barrett scored 16 for the Tigers. Sophomore guard had 1 double-digit scoring game in non-conference play for Mizzou, but he's done that now in 5 of their last 6 conference games, starting with the game against Auburn a few weeks ago. Dennis Gates' team now 5-4 with the next 2 on the road at South Carolina and Texas A&M. Texas got back in the win column, coming from behind to win at Oklahoma, 79-69. Nice second half for the Longhorns. They put up 49 points to complete their comeback. Horns shot 60% for the game and outscored the Sooners in the paint, 42-28. Texas is now 4-5 in conference play. The Sooners fall to 1-8, and that puts them in last place in the league now. That's because LSU picked up its second conference victory today at South Carolina in overtime. 92-87. These teams played during the first week in January in Baton Rouge, and the Gamecocks won. So they split the season series, both games in January, and the road team winning both contests. Both teams are now 2-7 at the halfway point of SEC play. Our thanks to the Raymond J. Harbert College of Business for presenting the SEC report. A full day of action in the top 25 outside the league. Biggest surprise came from Orlando, where UCF knocked off 11th-ranked Texas Tech. Knights are now surprising 6-3 in Big 12 play. You got one other game involving top 25 teams in progress now. Early action in Omaha where second-ranked UConn and Creighton are going at it. In Big East action, Huskies with the early 12-10 lead. They've played 6 minutes. We'll update the other top 25 finals for you coming up at halftime. Right now we'll get set to step away, and when we come back, we go back to Knoxville for the Stephen Pearl pregame report. It's Auburn and Tennessee coming up tonight from Knoxville. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Opelika Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery, carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
All right, back in Knoxville for you, your alma mater, your first time as the head coach. Is that any different for you coming back here now?
You know, I've tried not to give it too much thought, but, I'd imagine, when you walk back in, you'll have some emotions that'll flare up, but, just trying to keep it about, this game and, treat it like any other matchup that we have. And for us, just trying to stay consistent with what we've been doing over the last, month and a half. And that's just continuing to try and get better. And that's what our mission is for tonight.
Two hot ball clubs. They get 2 wins on the road last week against ranked teams. Auburn carries a 4-game win streak. I think your ball club playing its best basketball. This could be a heck of a matchup here tonight. Yeah, they've kind of figured out some lineups that have been working for them. They're playing a lot bigger, and Amen's playing more of the 3, and Estrella's playing the 4, with Okpara playing the 5, and it's led to them having some of their best offensive rebounding efforts of the year and 2 great road wins for them. So they're going to look to probably play their bigger lineup against us, and we got to send a message early that we're here to fight because, they're the best offensive rebounding team in college basketball. And it's just going to be a war for 40 minutes. And, we can't back down from that challenge. We got to bring it. And our guys understand that that's what's going to be required. And, I know they're looking forward to the opportunity. Part of the scout that you talked about with the team earlier today reminds me of a week ago at Florida. You've got to be physical. You've got to check every single time, and they're a really good offensive rebounding ball. Yeah, I mean, if winning's important to you and you want to win, then you'll check out every single possession. And, when you're guarding 4 and 5, you may not get the rebound, but you can't let them get positioned to get the rebound. If you're guarding Gillespie, you can't leave his passing lane if they do get the offensive rebounds because they do a great job of scoring and converting on offensive rebounds. They score like a point per possession on every offensive rebound. So for us, we got to do a great job finding bodies, physically hitting and holding, and then going to tackle
50-50 balls, because that's what the game's going to come down to. You know, they have two really phenomenal offensive scorers in Gillespie and Ament, but, you know, once a shot goes up, that's when the game really gets started, and our guys got to be ready for that challenge.
Talk a little bit more about Gillespie and what he brings. 19 points, 5.5 assists per ball.
Yeah, he's averaging 21 in conference right now, so, you know, he's shot and made, you know, double as many threes as anyone on their roster. You know, he does a good job of getting downhill with his right hand and finishing at the rim, but he leads them in assists too. So he not only scores 21 points per game in transition or in the offensive side, you know, he's getting 5.5 or 6 assists per game, which is another, you know, 10 to 18 points coming for their ball club. So he's responsible for half their points every single game just with his production, almost half their points. So we got to do a great job of guarding him one-on-one. It's not just one person. It's got to be all 5 guys because, you know, we do a decent amount of switching. So our ones got to know how to guard him all the way down to our 5 men.
What has Auburn done better in the last 4 games with this ball club?
You know, for us, just, you know, defensively, just sticking to the game plan. I think we've done a better job of just executing the scouts, paying more attention to the details and executing the details. And every time we've done that, we've been able to show really good film of, all right, this is what it looks like. And then when we've gotten away from it, this is what it looks like. So I think our guys have been a little more dialed into the things that we're talking about every single day. They have been all year, but really over these last 4, they've really just taken to, you know, every word that we've given them. You know, it's shown with some results on the floor. And part of that is just, you know, when you get results like this, it helps you trust the things that we're doing.
This team doesn't lose its composure. This Auburn ball club doesn't lose composure. And we saw that Wednesday night, down 14 in the first half, cut the lead to 8 by halftime, and then the second half was just completely different.
Yeah, you know, and that comes with experience. That comes with us having been in some of these fights and, you know, having had to either one, like come back from a deficit, or 2, you know, like at Ole Miss, we were up double digits. It got down to a 3-point game. At Florida, we're up 18. They tie it. So I think going through those things together has helped us be able to be in those moments and be like, all right, let's just trust what we're doing. There's no 8-point play in basketball. Let's just go one possession at a time with this thing, and we'll chip away and get back into it. So, you know, they've done a good job this year from that standpoint. You know, obviously on the road, it's a little more challenging. But, you know, I think our coaching staff has done a great job of keeping the guys locked in, and, you know, our players have done a better job holding each other accountable in those moments.
Scout the Tennessee defense for us.
Yeah, I mean, they're really going to load the ball on all penetration. They're going to make you pass, so they're going to be really strippy-rippy when we drive it in there. So we have to do a great job of being strong with the basketball, playing off 2 and getting off of it and getting to the next guy. We're not going to be able to do as much one-on-one basketball tonight because they're just so loaded to the ball. They mix up their ball screen coverages. They'll impact it. You know, they'll be at the level. Sometimes they'll switch, and then they'll, you know, really rally to the ball when the ball gets driven in the paint. So we got to do a great job of playing on 2, using shot fakes, and just not letting them speed us up. So, you know, it's a team, you know, this has been a top 5 defensive team in college basketball for the last 7 or 8 years. And, you know, this year is no exception. And we just got to do a great job of being physical and executing.
Did not see any pressing Wednesday night until late. Will you see Tennessee try to put pressure on full court, 3-quarter court tonight?
They could do some full court man-to-man, you know, if they want to pick up the tempo a little bit or try and wear us out. But, you know, not typically something they do unless they have to do it. But they could try and pick us up, which I think it plays into our hands because then we can kind of get them more in space. They're really good in the half court when they're, you know, set and loaded to the ball and able to make plays. So not something that they typically do, but something that they could do.
Got off to such a good start a week ago at Florida. What was the key to that quick start on the road?
We got stops. You know, they scored. It was 3-0, and then we went on like a 18-2 run, I think, from there. So did a great job of getting stops. We were really connected defensively. You know, I thought we just did a lot of really good things. And then offensively, you know, it helps when Keyshawn Hall just doesn't miss a shot. So, but no, I thought we did a good job of getting into our spacing. We got the switches that we wanted, and we were able to attack them. But it's a lot easier to get off to good starts when you're not pulling the ball in the net every single possession. So we got to get stops early, get rebounds early, because, you know, we're going to be able to guard these guys. It's about rebounding more than anything. They, you know, they get back half their misses. So we have to do a great job of finishing possessions with a rebound. If we can do that, then we can get off to a good start.
All the best tonight. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Okay, we are now about 11 minutes away from tip between the Tigers and Volunteers. Let's go back to Knoxville, talk it over with Randall Dickey. Pregame medical report presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena and every Auburn Athletics home event. Felix Okpara, a starter for Tennessee, listed on the medical report as a game-time decision. We understand he will not play. Coach Dickey, as we get into your keys, that is that's almost 7 points, almost 6 rebounds, and Okpara over the last 4 games had been averaging more than 9 rebounds per game. That is significant, as Auburn will have to defend with somebody not 6'11", 245 on the inside.
He's certainly a rim protector, but I tell you, tonight the Tigers face another opponent who prides themselves in physicality, rugged defense, and most importantly, rebounding. So the number one key for Auburn tonight, I think, is defensive board play. I do not think Tennessee can beat Auburn on their first shot. They must have multiple attempts. They must get offensive rebounds and second opportunities. Secondly, on-ball defense is going to be important for the Tigers tonight. Tennessee really likes to drive the ball, so it's a must that the Tigers keep the ball in front and out of the paint. That will limit and keep us out of foul trouble as well. Lastly, continue to improve offensively. Auburn is beginning to hit their offensive stride at a very good time during the season, especially over the last week and a half. Find the 2 Keyshawn's, Hall and Murphy, along with Overton and Pettiford, and the Tigers prevail.
Those keys to the game are presented by Sun South. Sun South John Deere, the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Tennessee has turned it over on average 13 times a game. Neither one of these teams has a particularly deep bench. So, they're not probably going to press 35 minutes of this game. But Auburn's perimeter defense has been dogged at times this year, and that would be big tonight if you could force the home team to give it up a bit.
Well, it's just strange that both teams mirror each other in that respect, because both teams really like to score in transition offense. They like to race the ball down, get a quick shot, get a quick three, or take it all the way to the basket. Tennessee does that as well. But one thing that both teams have proven over the last couple of weeks is they can gear back, also execute in the half court. That is a sign of an outstanding team, and you're going to see both of those tonight going head up. So you got a little bit different type of orange tonight in here. It's a little bit Tennessee orange, and the Tigers are wearing the Auburn orange tonight, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Coach Dickey, look forward to your call of the game with the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Tip-off now a little under 8 minutes away. We will take our final pregame timeout on the other side, starting lineups and the opening tip. A reminder, Courtside Cam is available. That is on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel. That is presented by CB&S Bank. You can watch Andy and Randall call tonight's game from Knoxville, and we thank you to those of you who are already checking in with the Courtside Cam on YouTube. All right, starting lineups, opening tip, straight ahead, Tigers, Volunteers from Knoxville. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
War Eagle Plus is the premier subscription experience for Auburn fans. Memberships start at just $14.99 per month. Members receive discounted concessions at all home athletic events, VIP experiences, team store credit, priority entry to select athletic events, monthly giveaways, plus access to the War Eagle Plus content network, featuring brand new video content, including original, never-before-seen, behind-the-scenes access, off-the-field storytelling, special series like Earn the Stripe, Auburn All Access, and The Flight. Heisman-level members or above will also now receive one Tigers Unlimited Foundation priority point for every dollar contributed through their War Eagle Plus subscription. Your favorite athletes, exclusive interviews, archival footage, iconic moments, and so much more. Explore the site and join today. auburntigers.com/War Eagle Plus.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting five.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a three to tie it. It's good! Good. Tahad between the circles. Screen from Jovic to the left wing for three. Good.
Anytime you set a screen for Tahad Pettiford, he comes on open. You better look out because he can shoot it in that hole.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. Drives into the lane to the basket. Good.
Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast all the way.
At the top of the circle to Overton. Had the three, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton, fade away. 8-footer, good.
Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Left wing, three ball. Sebastian Williams-Adams. Drives to the hole. Hangs, shoots, missed it. Tap up and in by SWA. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Back to the basket. Forces his way in. Goes up with the left hand. Score!
Sebastian Williams-Adams, Houston, Texas, St. John's High School.
Gets it underneath. Hall up with a left hand. Score! Left side Hall. Three ball Hall. Good. Right wing for Keyshawn Hall. Working outside the lane, now into the lane, bumps his man, gets it back up, and in with a foul!
Nice one-on-one move by Keyshawn Hall.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
Shot is up, and it rolls around the rim about 5 times at Keyshawn Murphy.
What an effort, what an effort.
Gets a screen for Murphy, gets to Murphy to the hole, good! To Murphy at the top, he'll pop a wide open three, good!
I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn 14-7 on the season, 5-3 in Southeastern Conference play. The Tigers have won their last 4 games, receiving votes in the AP poll at this point. Stephen Pearl, Tennessee grad back in 2011. In his first season at Auburn, his record is 15-7. Tennessee 14-6 on the season, 4-3 in SEC play. Coached by Rick Barnes in his 39th season, a record of 850 and 429 in his 13th season. In his 11th season in Knoxville, a record of 246 and 115. Jacoby Gillespie runs the point, 6'1" senior from Greenville, Tennessee. Started his career at Belmont, transferred to Maryland before coming to the UT. 24 20-point games for Gillespie. Bishop Boswell, a 6'4" sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, top 75 recruit 2 years ago, 6.5 points, 4.7 rebounds. Nick Ament, the SEC co-player of the week, along with Auburn's Keyshawn Hall, a 6'10" freshman from Manassas, Virginia, McDonald's All-American, averaging 16.3 points, 6.4 rebounds. J.P. Estrella, the 6'11", 240-pound redshirt sophomore from Scarborough, Maine, 9.1 points, 4.7 rebounds. And Dwayne Brown gets the start tonight, a 6'8" freshman out of Hoover, Alabama, twice the 7A Alabama Player of the Year. He will start for the injured Alex Akpara. Akpara out with a calf injury. So for the Vols, it's Gillespie, Boswell, Ament, Estrella, and Brown. For Auburn, Pettiford, Overton, Hall, Williams, Adams, and Keyshawn Murphy. Boy, a week ago, Randall, in Gainesville, the first 5 minutes of that game were so important. Auburn just completely took over from the get-go in Gainesville. I hate to say it, Auburn needs to do that here again tonight against the Vols.
I don't think there's any doubt, but I think our listeners are going to hear two names, I hope a lot less than they have heard in the past. Jacoby Gillespie certainly runs the show for Tennessee, is the catalyst. How he plays, how he goes, so goes the Vols. But this freshman, Nate Ament, just is an outstanding, just a really good player, one of the best freshmen in the country. He can really score it, he can block shots, he can defend it, excellent driving to the basket. He's going to be a big handful for the Tigers tonight. It's going to be fun to see the Tigers, how they make adjustments defensively as the game goes on.
Considering the weather here, I'm impressed with this crowd tonight. The Thompson Bowling Arena has filled up, to be sure. Over 21,000 strong for this one tonight between Auburn and Tennessee. The officials tonight, Joe Lindsay, Bart Lennox, and Jeb Hartness. And Bart Lennox steps into the center circle. Estrella will jump it up against Murphy. The trap controlled by Tennessee, and we're underway in Knoxville. Gillespie across midcourt, gets a screen from Estrella, top of the key. Picked up by Murphy in a switch. Now off the left side, picked up by Hall. Right wing, it goes for Boswell. Boswell leaves it at the free throw line. Now to the left wing for Ament. Out of three, now drives, spins, goes down, bounce pass, Gillespie into the lane, ball stripped, and a shot is up and in for Estrella.
The Vols were just fortunate at that time. They had caught a loose ball right at the basket and laid it in.
2-0 Tennessee, 19-23 first half. Hall at the right wing for the Tigers. Brings it to the point, looks left, goes that side for Pettiford. Now to the top for Murphy. Shot clock at 14. Tahad into the corner for Hall. Right corner, 10 to shoot. Three ball, Hall short. And the rebound pulled in by Ament for Tennessee.
Both teams start off right off the bat to try to play a ball screen to see how they're going to defend it.
Ament straightaway three, didn't get it. Rebound low post for Tennessee. That's Boswell out to the top for Gillespie.
Second opportunity for the Vols.
Backs up near the center circle. Gets a screen from Estrella. Long three, short. Rebounded, Ament. Out to the right wing for Boswell. That's a third crack on this offensive set for Tennessee. Boswell down to the low post, and he throws it out of bounds.
Tigers very fortunate to win that possession that time defensively, with the Vols getting 2 second opportunities after the initial first shot. So that's a good sign there. We're coming up with making our defense create turnovers.
2-0 Tennessee, Auburn ball, 18:25 in the first. Overton, low post, Murphy inside the arc, right side of the lane. Pull up, 18-footer short, air ball. And the rebound pulled in by Tennessee, and here comes Gillespie the other way. Gillespie, long three at the top, good.
Oh, we got hung up. got too far deep on our transition defense and let Gillespie just drive right down, pull up a three-point shot, uncontested.
And Stephen Pearl calls a quick timeout with 18:09 to go in the first half of play. Vols out on top of Auburn by a score of 5-0.
He's got to correct the two things. The defensive positioning of the Tigers, they need to improve. We need to take one more step up in the passing lane. We've got to pick the balls up a little bit higher on the floor in transition. The second thing is when we're running, they're going to hedge hard on any ball screens, so we're going to have to make some adjustments offensively to get a slasher going to the basket, and hopefully we'll try to get a layup out of that.
Tennessee's already out-rebounded Auburn 4-0.
Well, they pride themselves in their program and Coach Barnes and his philosophy for a long period of time on trying to dominate the glass.
Down 5-0 Auburn ball. Pettiford across midcourt against Gillespie. Bounce pass, Hall right wing. Low post, Murphy to the hole, double hand dunk.
Oh, what an outstanding set play call from the timeout. Come right back in. All of a sudden we get a dive to the basket and a layup.
5-2 Tennessee with the ball. Gillespie, left wing. Boswell, three ball in the air. Boswell, good.
He had a hand in his face, but we got to put enough pressure on him that he doesn't shoot it. You put enough pressure on him to make him put it on the deck, and we did not do that, and he got an open three away.
His 17th three of the year, 8-2 Tennessee. Hall spins down the left side of the lane. Into the corner three ball, short by Overton. And the rebound pulled in by Tennessee the other way. Gillespie across midcourt. Actually, that's Boswell. Puts Gillespie down in the left corner. He runs the baseline, comes out at the right wing. Had a three, didn't take it. Low post pass, throws it to Hall. Here's Auburn breaking the other way with Overton. KO drives to the hole, banked up, missed it short. Rebound Hall, or rather Murphy for Auburn. Out to the top for Pettiford at the free throw line. Left wing, head fake, Sebastian. Seb to the basket, goes up and scores.
Beautiful play by Tahad. Pettiford had a shot and gave it up to Sebastian Williams-Adams for even a better shot.
8-4 Tennessee with the ball, 16:45 in the first in Knoxville. Right wing Boswell. Top of the circle Estrella, around the perimeter for Brown. To the right wing, three ball, Amen. Got it. They've hit 3 threes in the first half.
The Tigers are miscommunicating a little bit on the defensive end. You never want to go under, especially on Gillespie and Amen. You've got to go over the top, and that means chase them. You can't take the shortcut.
Looks a lot like Wednesday night when Auburn fell behind. Sebastian Williams-Adams loses the ball, gets tied up. It's a jump ball, and the arrow goes to Auburn with 19 to shoot, with 16:14 to go in the first half of play. Tennessee already 3 of 5 from 3. It's a team shooting 35% from 3. But we saw Texas, which really wasn't a great three-point shooting team until Wednesday night, jump out to a big lead, shooting the three ball as well.
They sure did. Early in the game, just like Tennessee has, Tigers just need to withstand this. We've got a baseline out of bounds here. Andy, we've been very good as of late on executing.
Inbound Murphy, low post, lost it. Boy, if he gets it, he has a wide open dunk. It's
Sure
Tennessee
does.
the other way. Amen.
Not sure
Down into the right corner for Boswell. Free throw line, Brown. Low post, Estrella up and got it.
You got Pettiford on him. That's 6'11" against Tahad Pettiford. He just no match for him when he got buried right at the basket.
13-4 Tennessee. 15:51 in the first. Murphy straight away at the top. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams gets double teamed. Now to the corner, it comes for Hall. Brings it out to the wing, top of the circle for Pettiford. Top of the key, Murphy, 9 to shoot. Murph hands the ball to Hall on a screen and a foul. And that foul, I think, will go against Boswell. And it takes us to our first timeout. Your team is your most valuable asset, so ensure that they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. 15:36 to go in the first. Tennessee has jumped out to a 13-4 lead in Knoxville against Auburn. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
Welcome back to Knoxville. 15:36 to go in the first half of play. Auburn trails by a score of 13-4. The Vols are 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. Auburn 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. And Randall, Tennessee, owning the boards early on, out-rebounding Auburn 5-1.
Well, that's our game, but the biggest thing is our defensive adjustments has got to be made. That's not really what our game plan was coming in. We were going to go over the top on anything with Gillespie or Ament, and we went under both times, and they've hit threes. That's kind of got them off to a good start. Tennessee shooting 71%, the Tigers shooting 33%. Enough said. A little bit more crisp offensively, I think, but the Tigers will be fine. Just need to move the ball a little bit crisper. We've thrown some lazy passes, a little bit slower, and the bounce pass is always a slower pass anyway. It's a little bit slower tonight, so we got to be a little more crisp on the offensive end and just play with more confidence.
Elijah Freeman and Philip Jovich are into the lineup for Auburn. Sebastian Williams-Adams takes a seat on the bench, so does Keyshawn Murphy. Auburn basketball with 20 to shoot. Coming out of the timeout break, Auburn will trigger down the left sideline. Hall will do the honors for Auburn. Down 13-4 early on.
Sideline out of bounds plays. The Tigers usually are very successful on these, taking it from one side of the floor to the other, getting Keyshawn Hall or Tahad Pettit for a look.
Freeman at the right wing from Jovich. Low post for Hall against Boswell. Double team, lobs it low post. Freeman goes up with the left hand and scores.
I hope that look forward to Jovich and Freeman giving the Tigers a spark, and Freeman comes in right off the bat. Now we change defenses. The Tigers have jumped in the 2-3 zone.
Gillespie near the center circle. 19 to shoot for the Vols. Off the left side for Boswell. Left corner, Ament. 3 ball. Good.
Just a little bit late. They set a down screen. Ament is a really good player, one of the best freshmen in the country, and he shoots behind that screen kind of wide open. We got to get a hand in his face.
10-point lead for the Vols, 16-6. They've hit 4 threes here early in the ballgame. Baseline right, it's Hall. Into a double team, doesn't matter. Up with the left hand, scores.
Really nice play. They isolated Keyshawn Hall on the block. He was patient, spun to the middle, and just laid it in over the top of the defense.
Auburn stays in the zone. Gillespie, Boswell, left side, free throw line, Ament. 18-footer by Ament, didn't get that one, tapped up, missed, tapped up again, rebound out of there, and it's Pettiford the other way for Auburn. Up the left sideline, Pettiford drives free throw line, pull up, 15-footer, go!
That's the way that we need to see the Tigers play, fast and furious, get the ball down, shoot it before they set up their defense, and Tahad Pettiford did.
Auburn's hit its last 3 shots. Hit their last 4, as a matter of fact. Tigers cut the lead to 6. Brown, left wing Gillespie. Picked up by Freeman. Now Hall in a switch. Brings it to the top. Off the right side for Ament. Ament down into the corner for Boswell. Back to Ament, right wing, way out on the wing. Gets a screen. 4 to shoot. Ament from 14 feet. Banked up, missed it long. Rebound Pettiford for Auburn. Down 6, Auburn ball. Tahad across midcourt, left wing. Wants a screen from Jovic. Spins, gets that screen. Brings it top of the circle. Low post Jovic. Head fake up, foul in the play. And Phillip goes to the line for 2.
Really good pick and roll, side pick and roll on the wing between Pettiford and Jovic. Tahad did a great job pulling both defenders with him, and Jovic did a nice job long rolling all the way to the goal. Had a wide open layup he would have made, but they fouled him before he could get the shot off.
Long rolling.
You roll long. There's a short roll in the game where it's a kind of a pick and pop for a shot, or you can long roll all the way to the goal.
Jovic at the line for a couple, shooting 57% from the stripe this year. First one, doesn't get it. Foul, by the way, was against Ament, his first. Second against the Vols. Ament and Brown come out. Carey among those back into the lineup for Tennessee, along with Amari Evans. Jovic trying to cut the lead to 5 right here. And he does.
Like to see him make that free throw and get a little confidence tonight because his energy level is really high. He looked good on that pick and roll play.
Auburn within 5, 16-11 Vols. Left wing Evans inside the arc, up from about 18 feet. Got it. Auburn didn't get him. Amari Evans, a 6'5 freshman out of Pittsburgh.
Zone is going to be hard to play against Tennessee. They overload that. You've got to cover the basket, the high post, and both wings, and that's a tough ask.
Left sideline, and Overton stepped out of bounds. He spun out of a defender, but stepped out of bounds in the process. 18-11 Tennessee, 13:04 in the first half of play in Knoxville. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Auburn Sports Network. Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey, Brad Law. Evans on the wing. Free throw line, Estrella. Looks underneath. Down to the baseline for Gillespie. Gillespie back to Estrella. Free throw line. Bang. Lost it. Hall and a foul against Auburn. They're going to get Pettiford, I believe, for that foul. It'll be his first. Auburn's first of the night. Tennessee was lobbying that was a shooting foul. It is not. They'll take it out of bounds. Baseline left.
They really are utilizing that high post against the zone. They got it there. Pettiford just couldn't resist. He had to reach in, try to steal it, ended up fouling.
Out of bounds, baseline left. Out to the top for Gillespie. Gets a screen, picked up by Hall in the switch to the baseline. And he stepped out of bounds. Good defense by Keyshawn Hall on the switch, getting down to the baseline, Randall.
The Tigers have shown signs tonight of elite playing defense. They just need to be a little more consistent with it. When we get our offense going, everything will be fine.
Down 7 Auburn basketball. 12:33 first half underneath, intended for Hall and over his head. Out of bounds. That's Auburn's third turnover of the night. That's as many turnovers as Auburn had in the entire game Wednesday night against Texas, which tied an Auburn school record.
And 2 of the 3 that we've got here is just kind of just a little bit floating passes, a little slower.
Free throw line, Estrella, low post, and Jovic steps in front of the intended pass for Jalen Carey. Back and forth we go on turnovers right now. Hall at the right wing, working against Estrella. Stop and pop 3. Nobody was fouled. Estrella got him, and Keyshawn will go to the line to shoot 3 for Auburn.
Really good play by the Tigers that time. Defensively, they fronted the low post because when they throw it to the high post against the zone, they try to go high-low. Jovic stole it. That time, Keyshawn Hall pulled the defender on him, took the three-point shot. He missed, but he got fouled.
First free throw from Keyshawn is good.
Really good.
No one shoots it more or makes it more in the SEC from the line than Keyshawn Hall. Second free throw, and he got the kind roll again. That'll bring Blake Michalek in at the point, replacing Pettiford. Brown comes in, replacing Estrella for Tennessee. Ament is also back in. They get a little more size with Bishop. Boswell going to the bench.
It's a really good time to rest Tahad right now. You're going to get immediate timeout in the 12-11 to go.
Hall knocks home all 3, and Auburn has cut the lead to 4, 18-14.
Just continue to play defense. Continue to scrap. The offense is going to come around here.
2-3 zone by Auburn. Tennessee ball. Evans, Gillespie. Evans on the right wing. Free throw line, Ament from 17. Didn't get it. Rebound tapped and out of bounds off of Keyshawn Hall.
Ooh.
Yeah, they may look at that. They may say that Brown knocked it out of his hand, but we'll do it during a timeout. 11:55 to go in the first. Our score, Tennessee 18, Auburn 14. First half tonight presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn here or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regents.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Where were you when this happened?
Auburn half minute away from an SEC championship. 7 on the shot clock. Wendell Green with 5. Jabari inside to the basket. Dunks it and gets fouled. A resounding dunk for an SEC championship for Jabari Smith.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios, checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. It is finally over in Fayetteville. Kentucky holds off Arkansas 85-77. 4 ties, 4 lead changes, and 6 technical fouls in the game. But the Cats get their 3rd win over a top 25 team this year, 85-77 over the Hogs. Let's send you back to Knoxville. Once again, Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey.
11:55 to go in the first half. Auburn right now. Well, Auburn on a bit of a run, 10-5 run for Auburn. Tigers have made their last 4 field goals. Turnovers right now, 4 for Tennessee, 3 for Auburn. Tigers have taken better advantage, Randall, of that. Auburn's outscored Tennessee on turnovers 5-2 and is outscoring Tennessee in the paint 8-4, taking advantage of Akpara not being out there tonight for the Vols.
Well, it helps your percentage when you make your last 4 field goals. Plus, Auburn they're finding Keyshawn Hall. That time he got fouled on a 3-point shot, made the 3 free throws, which is really good. But I think the defense is settling in. They're kind of adjusting to see what Tennessee runs against that zone, and they're matching up a little bit better.
Interesting that Pettiford stays on the bench. They'll give him a couple more minutes rest as Michalek is out there at the point, along with Overton, Hall, Jovic, and Freeman. Tennessee ball out of bounds, baseline right. Evans will trigger for the Vols. Tigers in their orange uniforms tonight, tops and bottoms. The Vols in the home whites. 11:50 in the first. Auburn trails 18-14. Closest Auburn's been in a while. Right wing they go. On a roll, it's Brown to the hole off the glass. He didn't get it, but the rebound comes to the Vols. Back out to the wing. Top of the circle, Gillespie. Gillespie right side of the circle. Low post, Brown to the hole. Yes, and a foul.
They run that powerful duck in. They've got big players down there. 267, posted up strong, threw his leg in there. Gillespie just brought it to him. He ducked in and he laid it up in the basket.
He pinned Jovic and then fouled him from behind.
Can't let him pin you from behind. You got to slide your feet around and try to get in front.
Hoover, Alabama native, 61% from the line, knocks home the free throw.
Phillip will learn that. He'll stay a little bit higher from now on and try to not let him, because when he puts his body on you, Brown puts his body on you, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. 21-14, Tennessee leads it. Michalek across midcourt for Auburn. 11:26 in the first. Michalek, left side for Hall. Keyshawn on the left wing. Pops a 3 for Auburn. Nope, it was long. Rebound at the free throw line for Evans. Ahead for Ament, left wing. Picked up by Freeman. Out to the top of the circle for Boswell. Penetrates the arc. Low post for Brown against Hall. Goes up, Carey put it up, missed it. Rebound, no. Carey went over the back, goes up, and he's fouled. Listen, That's something that Stephen Pearl told his team. They are going to be on your back all game long, and it will not be called.
The last two possessions, defensively, we played outstanding defense. We just didn't retrieve the ball off the glass.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Jalen Carey, a junior from Southwest Ranches, Florida, knocks home the first free throw. Big guy, 6'8", 267. He makes both free throws.
He's almost as wide as he is tall.
And Tennessee on a 5-0 run, goes up 23-14. Pettiford, left wing, back into the lineup. Murphy back in the lineup for Auburn. Left corner, Hall. Keyshawn drives, kicks it out to the top to Hodge. 3 ball away. Nope, didn't get it. Rebound comes to Carey. Auburn right now 0 of 3 from 3.
That's one thing. It's a big difference in the game. There's a 3-ball shooting for Tennessee and the non-existent 3-ball for the Tigers right now.
Actually, Auburn 0 of 4. Tennessee is 4 of 6 from 3. Boswell. Gillespie backs up almost to midcourt. Gets a screen, kicks it top of the circle. Stays with the drive. Now to Carey. Looked at a 3. Pulls up from about 18. He didn't get it. Long rebound. Boswell went for it. Sebastian Williams-Adams held him. And Sway picked up the foul. It was a long rebound, and Boswell was going to get it, and Sway just held him and got called for the foul.
Defensive rebounding was my #1 key. It's really showing the difference in these early stages of this game.
They've out-rebounded Auburn 11-3 so far.
Just got to get a little bit stronger, get a little tougher, and try to get a little better position.
Boswell to Brown, out to the top for Gillespie. We approach the 10-minute mark of the first half. Tennessee right now by 9. Gillespie, free throw line, drives up. Got it.
Gets all the way to the basket. They made a switch. Murphy ended up having to switch over on him. It was too much to ask for Murphy to slide his feet laterally against Gillespie.
7-0 run right now by the Vols in the last minute 22. Pettiford off the right wing. Goes left side for Hall. Keyshawn outside the arc near the top against Boswell. 14 to shoot, drives. Whistle, foul on Boswell. It's going to be a block on Bishop Boswell, the sophomore from Charlotte. That's his second foul. And they'll go to the bench, and they'll bring Amari out, and Evans right back in.
That was a really good play by Keyshawn Hall that time. He did not catch it and hold it. He caught it and exploded down the seams of the defense, forced Tennessee to foul him.
Auburn trails by 11. 25-14, Vols on a 7-0 run. Estrella back into the lineup for the Vols as well. Sway will trigger. Has to lob it to Hall at the right sideline. Out to the top for Pettiford. To Murphy straight away. Right wing, Sebastian penetrates, drives on Estrella, bumped twice, goes up, missed the shot. Rebound Ament for Tennessee. They lead by 11 with the basketball. Currently on a 7-0 run. Ament left wing, drives it against Murphy, stays right with him, but a foul on Murphy. Third foul, make that fourth foul against Auburn. Tennessee out of bounds, baseline left, I believe. Nope, it's going to be sideline left.
Auburn sometimes fouls. That's one thing that Coach Pearl's teams usually do. They'll foul a little bit. That time, it's the first time I've seen a silly foul.
Keyshawn Hall out, and Kevin Overton in for Auburn.
Maybe we get Freeman give us a little bit of spark off the bench right here.
Gillespie, right sideline, Ament. Top of the circle, Carey, left wing now for Gillespie. Lobs it, low post, foul. It's going to be a foul, I think, on Estrella. A foul at the free throw line by Estrella.
It's an illegal screen, I think, on the backside. They were running a special play.
That's his second foul.
They're taking him out right quick because they know Carey's off to a pretty good start. Being an Alabama native, he's got a little bit of extra incentives today, and then plus with Okpara being out, he knows he's going to get a little bit more clock.
Down 11, Auburn ball, Tennessee 7-0 run. Auburn hadn't scored in nearly 3 minutes. Right corner, Freeman. Pull up by 18, Freeman. Missed it long. Rebound to Murphy underneath, taken away. Gillespie runs the break. Down to the baseline. Shot is up, reverse layup. It's good by Evans, and it's now a 9-0 run by the Vols.
Defensive transition. We did not pick the basketball up and get Gillespie stopped. He advanced it forward and just give up an easy layup to Tennessee. Got this crowd excited.
Auburn got within 4. Tennessee has responded with a 9-0 run since then, and there's a bucket, a much-needed bucket for Auburn from Keyshawn Murphy.
Really good to see Murph get that ball in front of the rim, turn around and lay it in.
The 11-point lead for the Vols. Tennessee shooting 55.5% from the field. Free throw line, Carey down the left side of the lane. Double team, throws it back to the wing. Back underneath it goes for Carey. Carey backs his way in, kicks it to the wing. Ament for 3. Nobody was fouled by Pettiford. And that'll be the second foul on Tahad Pettiford. And Ament, who shoots 76% from the line, goes to the line to shoot 3 for the Vols.
Yeah, a little bit of
Yeah,
a silly
Pettiford,
foul.
he just didn't line to come down, did he? Free throw is up, and it's good for Ament.
Well, it's a kind of a double edge, double negative there. Number one, the foul, plus Tahad's got 2. It's going to be an interesting decision with this 8:19 left. We got a median 8 coming up at 8 minutes, so it's going to be interesting. They'll leave Tahad in or they take him out and rest him for a minute.
All right, the first free throw was good by Ament. He misses the second, their first miss of the night from the free throw line. And he knocks home the third of 3, and it's now a 13-point lead for the Vols, 29-16.
They're going to leave Tahad in. Maybe the defense substitute him out.
Tahad drifts off the right side. Top of the circle, it's Murphy. Keyshawn to Pettiford around the left side of the lane. Off the right wing, Freeman. Long 3. Good!
Beautiful set play. Tahad come off a ball screen by Murphy, and it opened up a wide open Freeman on the wing.
Cuts the lead to 10, 29-19 Vols with the basketball, 7:51 in the first. Gillespie picks it up, throws it off the right wing for Evans. To Gillespie, free throw line for Brown from about 13. He didn't get it. The rebound Murphy for Auburn. Off the left side, Pettiford. Tigers can cut the lead under 10. Tahad at the wing gets a screen for Murphy. Right wing for Freeman, into the corner. 3 ball, Overton, in and out. Rebound tapped and it comes to KO. He'll pop another 3. That one's short. And the rebound to Tennessee. Auburn right now really struggling from 3 at 1 of 8 from the 3-point strike.
And we got a good look on the second opportunity. It just didn't go down.
29-19 Vols with the basketball. Ament, right wing. Free throw line, Carey. Drives against Murphy, up with the left hand. He got it.
He gets that ball that deep, right in front of the basket. He's so big, he creates space just with his body, and he turns around and just lays it in.
12-point lead for the Vols. 6:55 in the first half of play. Tahad Pettiford spins, kicks it right wing for Freeman. Outside the arc, low post for Sebastian Williams-Adams. Bumps his way to the baseline, to the basket, goes up and scores with a foul.
Good continuation.
Oh, what a play by Sebastian Williams-Adams. Dropped that left step, went to the basket, made it, was fouled in the play, and we go to a timeout. 6:44 in the first. An opportunity for an and one for Sebastian Williams-Adams when we come back. The score, Tennessee 31, Auburn 23. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back to Knoxville for more Auburn basketball against Tennessee.
Tennessee 31, Auburn 21. There was 6:44 to go in the first half. Vols have led by as many as 13 in this first half. An opportunity for Sebastian Williams-Adams coming out of the timeout for an and one. His first bucket, like that, his second bucket of the night. And fouled by Carey. What a dandy spin to the baseline in the and one opportunity.
Well, he used his size and his strength and just powered his way on a drop step baseline right at the block. He got fouled. They were hanging all over him. He muscled the ball in, got it in the basket. Got a chance for a three-point play. Tigers need a few more plays just like that, and that'll make the defense from Tennessee collapse a little bit and might open up a three ball.
6 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the first half of play. A little bit of foul trouble to Todd Pettiford with 2 for Auburn. Bishop Boswell and J.P. Estrella, 2 of the starters for Tennessee, with 2 fouls apiece. Tennessee playing without Felix Akpara tonight, the senior from Lagos, Nigeria. Came into this game third among active players in the country with 222 blocks, but an injured calf prevented him from dressing out for tonight's game. Back on the floor for Auburn, Mashalik gives Pettiford a rest with those 2 fouls. Hall back in there along with Sway, who'll go to the line. Jovic is in, and KO, Kevin Overton, for the Tigers.
Well, I think to carve into this lead right here, Andy, I think you try to segment that. You try to cut this last 6:44 into maybe 3 segments, 2-minute segments, and just try to win those and take it one step at a time. Carve your way back in. Try to at least get it to single digits going in at halftime, or you could make a good run with a 3-minute run and tie this thing up and take the lead.
Free throw by Sway. He didn't get it, and the rebound comes to Tennessee. 6:40 on a counting clock in the first. 31-21, Vols lead it. Gillespie at the top for Carey, outside the arc. Couple dribbles with the left hand. Maintains that dribble, now picks it up. Picked up by Sway. Carey wants to get rid of it, does, to Ament, way out at the top.
Tigers went back man-to-man, more aggressive.
Down the low post, it's Brown. Spins to the hole, and he got it.
Just using their strength and their power just to spin to the basket against the Tigers right now.
Tigers trail by 12. Jovic on a drive against Brown, lost it. Ball loose, and Tennessee has it. And that is Auburn's 4th turnover of the night. 12-point lead for the Vols with the ball. Low post, Carey into the lane against Hall. Goes up and scores with a foul. And Auburn right now is not doing a good job against that low post of the Vols. Not doing a good job of preventing the ball going to the low post right now.
Well, that's for sure. And Carey and Brown have both exerted their will. They've gone down on the block right in front of the rim and on both blocks and just anchored up, got the ball, and just powered their way into the basket.
Hall whistled for the foul. The free throw by Carey is missed. The rebound comes to Hall for Auburn. And here's Mashalik the other way for the Tigers. Hall across midcourt now. Auburn trails by 14 points, 35-21. Hall drives, gets bumped, fade away. No, air ball. Rebound Vols, ball kicked by Jovic. And Tennessee will keep it. Right now, Auburn at 8 of 20 from the field tonight. Only 1 of 7 from 3. The Vols are 13 of 22 from the field and 4 of 6 from 3.
Ball's just kind of going toward Tennessee's way. We're not getting any second opportunities on offensive rebounds. Tigers jump back in the zone this time.
Carey from the free throw line, banked it in.
When it goes good, like it's going for Carey right now, everything goes good.
16-point lead, biggest lead of the night for the Vols. Mashalik, Jovic at the top. Phillip back to Jovic, or rather back to Mashalik. Left wing for Hall. 12 to shoot. Keyshawn drives it to the hole, goes up, missed it. Rebound Jovic back up. Yes, and a foul. Opportunity for the N1 for Phillip Jovic.
That was a really nice play. What an offensive rebound, and muscled his way in between two players had him sandwiched right underneath the basket. He went up between both of them and stuck it back in the basket. Got a chance for a three-point play again here.
Carey a bit hobbled at the other end of the floor. He was hobbling as he went after that bank shot from the free throw line.
I think Blake Michalek introduced himself to him as he was going down the floor about mid-court. They seemed to run together a little bit, and Carey kind of came up hobbling.
Carey stays in. Brown comes out for the balls. An opportunity for an and one for Filip Jovic. Auburn trails by 14 points. 37-23 Vols. They've led the entire ball game. Jovic at the line. And he got the free throw to fall. Nicely done. 3-point play for Jovic.
Really earned it that time.
13-point lead for Tennessee, 37-24. They're shooting 61% from the field right now. Gillespie, free throw line, Ament on the key. Rises up for an 18-footer, didn't get it. Rebound Tennessee. Carey just went over the back. He drives, goes up, ball stripped out of there. Here's Hall the other way for Auburn. Up the left sideline, down the left side of the lane. Goes up with the left hand, he missed it short. And the rebound of the ball's in the corner, out of bounds off of Jovic. Hall struggling right now from the field, friends. He's 1 of 6.
He's getting shots, are just not going down. He got really powered the basketball to the goal that time. Just didn't get the friendly roll.
4:19 in the first, 37-24 Vols. Gillespie almost to midcourt. Ament off the right wing now for Evans.
Tennessee's they're going to run that zone offense so they get somebody at the high post, try to look high-low or swing it to a wing player.
Gillespie looked at a three. They get it to the high post for Ament against Michalek. Whistle foul against Auburn. Takes us to a timeout break. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit MindyAtParadise.com. 3:57 in the first. Tennessee on top of Auburn, 37-24. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Hall of Fame quarterback Jason Campbell.
It's something to be said about seeing things through. And we live in a time and an age where it's almost so you get blinded by the money or the dangle that some other school dangles out in front of you that makes it sound so perfect. And there's no perfect place. You know, if I got to expect Auburn to be perfect for me to be here, I'm probably not going to be here because Auburn can't be perfect. I can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. We can learn a lot in this day and age from the past of teaching these young men and women to see things through. It helped me in my National Football League career. I went through 6 coordinators out of 10 years in the National Football League. And I could adapt each time where others couldn't.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios. That's where we'll be for Conecuh halftime. 3 minutes, 57 seconds of game action from now. We'll go through scores, recap the full day of SEC action and top 25. A couple of upsets to tell you about. Plus a look around Auburn athletics. Busy time of the year as we go from January into February. We'll update that, plus all the important numbers from the first 20 minutes. 3:57 to go in the first half. Tennessee leads at 37-24. Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey. The early threes by Tennessee. They haven't attempted a three in several minutes. That opened things up on the inside, and the Vols have taken advantage of that.
Yeah, and one thing that hasn't changed since the start tonight is the rebounding edge for Tennessee. They've out-rebounded Auburn 18-7 in this game thus far, and that includes 7 offensive rebounds in the early going.
Yeah, they're pursuing that ball on the glass. Every time it goes up, they have to, if they're going through you, around you, over the top of you, but they're going hard to both defensive glass and the offensive glass. And you don't hear me say this very often, Andy, but this last 3:57, I'd like to see the Tigers hit some threes. I think that's the only thing that's really missing. We've really played really hard. We're getting the ball to the basket. We knew their size was going to be a problem going at the rim, but you've got to take some pressure off those inside guys. And Phillip and Sebastian has made 2 outstanding plays, but we need to make a couple of threes, take a little pressure off that front line.
Nick Ament, 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. He has 8 points. Carey leads everybody with 11 so far. Free throw by Ament is good.
He's a good player. He's a freshman. He certainly is a big cog in the wheel here at Tennessee Volunteers team this year.
And Ament missed the second free throw. The rebound pulled in by Hall.
Really good rebound there. Powerful rebound by Keyshawn Hall.
38-24 balls. Top of the circle, Jovic. 20 to shoot, 2 Pettiford, top of the key. Picked up by Gillespie. Backs up on Gillespie. Goes right wing for Hall. Keyshawn out at the right wing. Working against Brown there. 9 to shoot. Hall. 3 ball, right wing. Missed it short. Auburn with just 1 3 ball in the game. Evans all the way to the hole. Reverse layup. He missed it. Jovic got the rebound. Outlet Pettiford. Auburn races the other way. Pettiford at the right wing. Top of the circle. Off the left wing. Pulls up for a 3 ball. Tahad, good.
Oh, we needed that so bad. It was a good, timely 3-point shot by Tahad Pettiford at 3:10 left on the clock.
Trims the lead to 11. In the lane, Boswell up. He missed it long. Oh, Auburn tapped the rebound away from itself. Gillespie at the top for 3, didn't get it. Tap up, miss, long rebound. It comes to Tennessee again.
They're just playing volleyball with it around that rim.
Down the lane, Gillespie to the right wing. Ament to the free throw line, 17-footer. It's in and out. And the rebound to Freeman. Outlet up the right side. Auburn can cut the lead into double figures here. Pettiford in the right wing gets a screen from Jovic. Didn't use it, now uses it. Top of the key, Tahad. He backs up with 16 to shoot. Looks to the Auburn bench. Pettiford down to 11 to shoot. Down the right side for Jovic. Phillip back to the wing. Pettiford another 3. In and out. Doggone it. Rebound to out of bounds off of Auburn. Boy, that was in the cylinder. It came out.
You don't see Tahad miss many of those. Great offensive play that he goes inside to Jovic. Jovic starts to make his move. He draws Tahad's man off of him to dig down. He kicks it right back out. Tahad's wide open. You don't see him miss that very often.
Hall and Jovic are out. Sway is back into the lineup along with Murph. Down 11, Auburn defensively. Free throw line, Ament against the Auburn zone. Excuse me, that is Brown. Spins down the lane, ball deflected out of there and out of bounds off of Auburn.
A couple of stops here in this last 2 minutes and a couple of nice offensive transition baskets and a 3-ball. We'll be right back in this.
It's an 11-point lead for Tennessee. Out of bounds, baseline left, 15 to shoot. Out to the top, Carey, left wing Gillespie. Gillespie backs it up against Pettiford, gets a screen, picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass for Evans. 6 to shoot. Evans at the top. Pull up 3-ball, right wing, in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Murphy for Auburn.
There we go.
Leaves for Pettiford up the left side.
Playing a little faster offensively this last 2 minutes too, and that's a good thing.
Pettiford, right wing, 3-ball, Freeman. Nope, it was long. Rebound Tennessee. Auburn 2 of 11 from 3. Gillespie up the floor for the balls off the left wing, outside the arc. 21 to shoot, Tennessee by 11. Free throw line, Brown. Low post, Ament. Pull up, fadeaway, Ament. Nobody's fouled by Freeman.
Well, he seems to have a unique way of drawing fouls. Seems like he's been to the free throw line a few times tonight already.
He'll be at the line for a couple.
He's been there 5 times. He's 3 of 5, but he is a big cog in their wheel.
Freshman out of Manassas, Virginia. His first free throw is good. McDonald's All-American a year ago. Already 3 times the SEC Freshman of the Week. He's the co-SEC Player of the Week along with Keyshawn Hall.
We need to box out aggressively, push those guys away from the basket where we get the rebounds.
He knocks on both free throws. Tennessee 8 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. A minute 21 to go in the first. Tennessee by 13. Pettiford up the left side across midcourt. Switches to the right hand, gets it to Murphy straight away. Picks up the dribble, hands the ball to Pettiford. Low post Murph to the baseline. Up with the right hand, he didn't get it. Rebound tap up by Freeman, it didn't go. Tennessee basketball. They're up 13 with the ball. Gillespie, head fake at 3 on the left wing. Drives, kicks it right wing, Ament. Free throw line carry from 15. He missed it. Rebound Murphy for Auburn. 48 seconds in the first half. 13-point advantage for Tennessee. Left wing, Overton.
See us score quickly and go to 2 for 1. 2 possessions and 1 there. It is right there. Ooh.
In and out on the 3 by Pettiford.
Ooh, that's a good look.
Tennessee with the rebound. Final 33 seconds of the half. And a foul, or rather a timeout called at midcourt by Tennessee. Auburn right now, 2 of 12 from 3 in the first half. And Auburn's had its share of those that are down the cylinder and coming out right now. Just one of those first halves of Auburn. Let's hope it changes for the Tigers in the second half here tonight. 31 seconds to go in the half. Tennessee leads Auburn by 13. Auburn 10 of 28 from the field, 35.7%. Tennessee has cooled off as well from the field, from 60% down to 45% at 14 of 31. But the Vols continue to own the glass, out-rebounding Auburn 26-12 in this first half of play.
Yeah, they've doubled us up on rebounding, but the biggest thing is the Auburn Tigers have put so much pressure on their defense because they've not been making shots. When you make shots, it seems like the defense, you play a little bit better, but when you have to get stops, especially against a team as good as Tennessee, it's hard just to shut the water off on them.
Good idea to get Mashalik in. Don't want Pettiford to pick up that third foul before the half.
Yeah, this last 31, you don't want to risk that at all. And who knows what may happen. You play really good defense right here. You get a knockdown, get a run through, get a steal, go to the other end and lay it up.
Evans will trigger to Gillespie near midcourt, picked up by Overton about 5 feet away. 26 seconds in the half. Shot clock at 16 for the Vols. Gillespie against Overton. Wants a screen. Overton stays with him. They get it right back to Gillespie down the right side of the lane. Low post, Brown to the hole, fouled on the play.
They run that high post screen. That Gillespie tries to turn that corner. That time he passed it, he got it back. Turned the corner down the lane line, and then on the opposite side, Brown just rubs that big duck in. He just leg whips the guy right on the block, gives him an angle, throws it to him, turns around there. He's just so hard to guard. That play's really effective for the Vols.
Brown 1 of 2 from the free throw line, knocks home the first.
Tigers going to get it with 10 seconds left. We need to box this out.
Tennessee by 14.
They don't need to have an extra opportunity here in this last 10 seconds. And let's get us a good shot and go score.
Brown missed the free throw. Rebound comes to Murph. 2 Pettiford ahead. 6 seconds in the half. Off to the top. 3 ball straight away. Overton. Oh. Bang! With 3.2 and a foul. With 3.2 and a foul, and Overton goes to the line for the and one off the 3-point shot. Boy, that's oddly familiar, isn't it?
The Tigers waited 19 minutes.
Yeah.
To get a breath of fresh air, but whoa, what a big breath of fresh air it is with Overton hitting the 3 in desperation and the Tennessee fouling him. Got a chance for 4. What a really good feeling going in to halftime to cut into this lead.
3.2 seconds in the half. Overton's free throw is good. Now Tennessee full length of the floor to go in 3.2 seconds.
Got to keep the ball in front of them, make no silly fouls.
That 3-point or 4-point play trims the lead to 10. Gillespie to Brown, back to Gillespie. At midcourt for 3 to go. Off the top of the backboard and out. And Auburn gets the final 4 points of the half. And at the half, Tennessee leads Auburn by 10. Tennessee led by as many as 16, but Auburn trims the lead to 10, going to the locker room at the half. Auburn looking to come from behind and win its second straight game after trailing at halftime. Auburn trailed by 8 at home against Texas Wednesday night, trailed by 10 here tonight in Knoxville. Again, the score, Tennessee 41, Auburn 31. Time now for Conecuh halftime. And here is Brad Law.
Okay, Andy, thank you very much. Well, if you're looking for something to build on, You got it right there at the end as Auburn shoots 38% in the first half. Tennessee missed its last 8 shots of the half, did not make a field goal the final 5 minutes and change of the first half. Still, though, early threes opened things up on the inside. Tennessee shot 45%. Main stat here is rebounding as we begin Connect at halftime. Auburn getting out-rebounded 26-13, and 10 of those rebounds for the Volunteers on the offensive glass, and they led to, well, just 7 second-chance points, but they kept the ball out of Auburn's hands for sure in that first half. All right, we'll start with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Everything else in the SEC is final. Kentucky went into Fayetteville and upset 15th-ranked Arkansas, 85-77. Otega-Oweh, another 20-point performance for the Cats, 24 for Oweh and 8 rebounds to go with it. Both the Cats and the Razorbacks are now 6-3 in conference play. That game featured 6 technical fouls. 18th-ranked Vanderbilt held off Ole Miss 71-68. Tyler Tanner, another 20-point game. He had 24 for the Commodores, who are now 6-3. Ole Miss drops to 3-5. It was Missouri beating Mississippi State 84-79. T.O. Barrett with 16 points and 8 rebounds to lead the way. His 5th double-digit game in the last 6 for the Tigers, who are now 5-4. State 3-6. Texas is 4-5 in the league. Longhorns win at Oklahoma 79-69. Sooners drop to 1-8. Texas A&M hammered Georgia 92-77. Game really never in question. A&M got out to a 22-2 lead and never looked back. They hit 13 threes on the afternoon in Athens. Georgia now drops below 500 in league play at 4-5. The Aggies are 7-1. LSU and South Carolina now 2-7 in the league. Bayou Bengals went into Columbia, beat the Gamecocks 92-87 in overtime. Top 25 scores today outside the SEC. 1 game in progress. Second-ranked UConn is routing Creighton in Omaha 60-40. They've still got 12 minutes to go in that Big East matchup. Huskies are 20-1 and ranked second, and with a 20-point lead in the second half. Still to come tonight, Gonzaga 21-1 on the year, hosting St. Mary's in a big West Coast Conference matchup. That is a 9:30 Central start. Other finals in the top 25 today. Number 1, Arizona moved to 22-0, best start in school history. They win their rivalry game at Arizona State, 87-74. Miami of Ohio also stayed unbeaten on the season. 24th-ranked Redhawks beat Northern Illinois, 85-61. Miami of Ohio now 22-0. on the season. It was 4th-ranked Duke hammering Virginia Tech in Blacksburg 72-58. 10th-ranked Houston overpowered Cincinnati 76-54 in Houston. UCF upset 11th-ranked Texas Tech 88-80. Knights moved to 6-3 in Big 12 action. 88 points, the most ever for UCF against a ranked opponent. 16th-ranked North Carolina, too much for Georgia Tech in Atlanta, 91-75. Number 17, Virginia won at Boston College, 73-66. More ACC. 20th-ranked Louisville beat SMU, 88-74. And 22nd-ranked Clemson won again. Tigers got past Pitt, 63-52. Clemson is 8-1 in ACC action. Ranked versus ranked today at Allen Fieldhouse. 14th-ranked Kansas down to number 13 BYU, 90-82. Jayhawks were led by Bryson Tillers, 21 points and 7 rebounds. They moved to 6-2 in Big 12 action. Our score at the half, Auburn trails Tennessee 41-31. This is Conecuh halftime, and we'll take a look around Auburn athletics when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Since 1992, Alacomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alacomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alacomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alacomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alacomp way.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Hall of Fame quarterback Jason Campbell.
It's something to be said about seeing things through. And we live in a time and age where it's almost so you get blinded by the money or the dangle that some other school dangles out in front of you that makes it sound so perfect. And there's no perfect place. You know, if I got to expect Auburn to be perfect for me to be here, I'm probably not going to be here because Auburn can't be perfect. I can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. we can learn a lot in this day and age from the past of teaching these young men and women to see things through. It helped me in my National Football League career. I went through 6 coordinators out of 10 years in National Football League. And I could adapt each time where others couldn't.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
Auburn has some work to do in the second half, trailing Tennessee in Knoxville 41-31. Welcome back on Conecuh Halftime. We take a look around Auburn athletics in this segment. This is a busy time of the year, certainly, as today we close out the month of January. We get into this weekend, and you've got tennis and swimming and diving and softball starting soon, baseball starting in a couple of weeks. So look around Auburn athletics is always presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Top-ranked Auburn Equestrian opened its spring schedule today with a win at UT Martin. Freshman Caroline Olson earned Most Outstanding Performer in Fences. Avery Glenn and Brooke Jolstad took the honors in flat and horsemanship, respectively. A really good start for Coach Jessica Braswell's crew. They will compete next Saturday in South Carolina against the third-ranked Gamecocks. Tomorrow, 11th-ranked Auburn Gymnastics competes at number 8 Georgia. That meet starts at 5 p.m. Central. They are at home in 6 days for a Friday night home meet against Kentucky. That'll be a lot of fun. Women's basketball battles Ole Miss Monday night in Birmingham, a game that had to be altered due to the winter storm aftermath in Oxford. Tigers and Rebels will play at Birmingham's Legacy Arena at 6 o'clock Monday evening. All women's basketball broadcasts are available on the Auburn Athletics app. Make sure you download that. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the app, to be able to toggle back and forth between different broadcasts with softball and baseball starting soon, there are going to be days where you have baseball and men's basketball on the same day, softball and women's basketball. There's a lot going on in the spring, and you can listen to all of those broadcasts no matter what station or platform they're on just by downloading that Auburn Athletics app. You can also listen on the radio locally to women's basketball in the Auburn-Opelika area on ESPN 106.7. So Auburn against Ole Miss Monday night, Birmingham, 6 o'clock. Good chance to go out and support the Tigers for members of the Auburn family in Birmingham. The men trail Tennessee by 10. 41-31 is our score. Numbers are next when Conecuh Halftime continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Hey, Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings. Boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Tigers going to get it with 10 seconds left. We need to box this out.
Tennessee by 14.
They don't need to have an extra opportunity here in this last 10 seconds. And let's get us a good shot. Go score.
Brown missed the free throw. Rebound comes to Murph. 2 Pettiford ahead. 6 seconds in the half. Off to the top. 3 ball straight away. Overton.
Oh.
Bang! With 3.2 and a foul. With 3.2 and a foul, and Overton goes to the line for the and one off the 3-point shot.
Yeah, that was a huge 3 by Kevin Overton. His only made field goal of the first half. It drew Auburn to within 10 at Conecuh halftime, 41-31. Let's check stats now from the first half. They're brought to you by SeatGeek. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek's the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek. Tennessee shot 45%, 14 of 31. Auburn shot 38%, 11 of 29. Only 8 of Tennessee's 31 attempts came from 3, and they knocked down 4 of them. 13 of Auburn's 29 attempts came from deep, and Auburn only made 3. That's one of the big differences, not just the number of makes, but the percentage of overall attempts that came from beyond the arc. Tennessee forcing Auburn into shots that are lower percentage, certainly have been in this game. Tennessee 50% from long range, Auburn 23%. Tennessee 9 of 13 at the free throw line, Auburn 6 of 8 at the foul line. Biggest number that stands out is rebounding. Tennessee has out-rebounded Auburn 25-14. One of the big keys in Auburn's winning streak has been out-rebounding the opponent, but it was Tennessee with the decisive edge on the glass in the first half. That'll be the biggest adjustment to watch in the second half. Offensive rebounding, actually, despite a 10-4 advantage for the Volunteers, they're only +2 in second chance points at 7-5. They have 10 assists on 14 made baskets. Auburn 5 assists on 11 made baskets. Points in the paint are +2 for Tennessee at 16-14. So they're not, in actual scoring numbers, Tennessee isn't dominating any particular category, but they're +2 in second chance points and +2 in points in the paint and +3 at the foul line. It adds up incrementally to this 10-point deficit. Individually, they put 2 in double figures. Nate Ament with 11. 5 of those came at the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds. Jalen Carey, in the absence of Okpara, who's missing the game with an injury, Carey with 11 points. That's already 3 over his season average. He was 4 of 8 from the field. He also pulled in a team-high 6 rebounds in the first half for Tennessee. For Auburn, leading scorers, 5 points apiece for Elijah Freeman, Keyshawn Hall, and Tahad Pettiford. Hall was frustrated. He was just 1 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 3 from long range. Auburn's leading rebounder was Keyshawn Murphy, 4 points and 6 boards for Murph. Adds up to a 10-point deficit. Second half is coming up next. Tennessee 41, Auburn 31. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stocked fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud ring dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Second half about to begin in Knoxville. Tennessee leads Auburn by 10, 41-31. Tennessee will have the ball to open the second half. Pettiford, Overton, Hall, Williams, Adams, Murphy. The 5 for Auburn. Gillespie, Ament, Brown, Estrella, and Boswell, the 5 for the Vols. Well, Auburn's got to get off to a better start in the second half, Randall, than it did in the first.
Be a good time. We needed somebody to help Murph on the boards. He's got 6. We need somebody else, and we've got to pick up. They've got 2 guys in double figures in the first half. Carey gave them a spark off the bench. We got to get somebody scoring offensively consistently, and then we need to make a couple threes.
Gillespie, high post for Estrella, right side of the circle. Brings it to the top, hands it back to Gillespie. Inside the arc, off the right wing now for Boswell. Back to the right wing it goes, down near the corner. Free throw line, Estrella from about 12, it's good.
Well, that's the first time they've really been effective at that high post as far as scoring it from there. They've made some passes from there, but that time Estrella laid it in from about 10 feet in front of the basket.
Tennessee by 12, Auburn ball. Sway at the right wing for the Tigers. Now to Pettiford, who pops out. He'll launch a long 3. Didn't get it. Foul. It's going to go against Tennessee. It may be Ament. We'll check for the call from Joe Lindsay. It is it's Gillespie. His second foul of the ball game.
Keyshawn Murphy's quite a load in there. He was trying to box him out, held his shorts, called a foul on him.
Out of bounds, baseline left, Auburn down 12, inbound deflected, and Tennessee gets it. Just a bad pass on the inbound by Sway. Tennessee by 12 with the ball, Ament on the left wing.
Good defensive transition. We got back, we stopped the ball, make them run something on the offensive end.
Boswell threw a double team, whistle, jump ball. Auburn gets it on the arrow.
Really good defense. You know, Keyshawn Murphy has made 2 really good plays in this first minute of this second half. He drew the foul down here on the offensive end, and he made that steal and tie up on the defensive end.
Auburn trails by 12, 19:08 in the second half. Looking for the first basket of the half for the Tigers. Pettiford, Murphy at the top. Off the left side, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Spins inside the arc, hands back to Pettiford, back to Sway. Against Estrella, up and in with a foul on the play, and that'll be the 3rd foul on Estrella.
What a power play by Sebastian Williams-Adams on the give and go between he and Tahad Pettiford. Pettiford threw him a dart underneath that basket, and Sway took the hit and finished. Got a chance for a 3-point play.
4 assists right now for Pettiford. Chance for Auburn to cut the lead under double figures as Sway can knock home the free throw. And he does.
That's a good sign. Consistency.
43-34, Tennessee with a 9-point lead. Carey to come in at the next break for Estrella, who has 3 fouls. Gillespie, left wing, way out on the wing, it's Ament. All 6'10" of him, working against Hall. To the baseline, bumps into Hall, fade away from 12, didn't get it. Rebound, fought for, still fought for. Out of bounds off of Auburn, Tennessee ball.
Tigers
not sure that the shot clock is at 20.
Tigers were really scrapping for that ball right there. Just didn't come up with it, but they were really chasing it hard around the glass, and then as it was going out of bounds as well.
Ament, top of the circle, it's Carey to Gillespie at the free throw line, right side. Low post, Brown. Oh, Auburn got to that ball. It's still loose. And it's Auburn the other way. Murphy on the break for the Tigers. Ahead, it is Overton to the hole, and he's fouled with a play. A chance for an and one for Kevin Overton. Auburn dove on the ball at the other end and got the transition basket and the and one at the other.
Defense created the offense that time. We got the steal. He raced down. Transition offense was sensational, fast and furious. Kevin Overton went strong to the basket. They fouled him, but he finished anyway.
Ament, his second foul, and Overton at the line. Free throw by KO. He got it to fall.
Really been solid at the free throw line, but that was quite a play. Back-to-back conventional three-point plays by the Tigers.
6-0 run right now by Auburn. Tigers trail 43-37. Tennessee ball. At the top, Brown, 2 carry outside the arc. Right wing, wide open 3. In and out by Ament, foul in the play. They're going to get Auburn for a foul. Sebastian Williams-Adams, yep, that'll be his third foul. Underneath the basket. And that'll bring Elijah Freeman into the lineup for Auburn, replacing Sway. Out of bounds, baseline right, Tennessee, 20 on the shot clock. Tigers trail 43-37. Inbound in the lane. Brown walked, got away with it, goes up, loses it, ball is still loose. Tennessee ball, Carey, lobs it low post, Brown is up and in.
Carey and Brown have played really well together for Tennessee. The interior passing was really good that time, just overpowered the Tigers.
45-37 balls. Pettiford on a screen, free throw line, and he's fouled by Gillespie. And that's 3 fouls now on Jacoby Gillespie. And that is not insignificant. They are struggling at backup point guard is Tennessee.
Really important.
And they'll leave Gillespie in there with 3 fouls.
It looks like the Tigers may run something to try to get him
switched
off on Hall.
At the top, Overton, long 3, it's short. Rebound pulled in by Ament. 17-26, second half action. Tennessee leads Auburn by 8, 45-37. Gillespie on the wing, crossover dribble twice against Pettiford. Low post for Ament, baseline right. 13 to shoot. Ament into the lane, up from 4, nobody's fouled. And that one draws a little bit of consternation from the Tigers head coach.
Well, there's just another big mismatch. You've got Kevin Overton on, at 6'5", against 6'10" right there, and he just got up over the top of him and shot it in. Must have had his hands on his hip or something.
Overton reacted to it as well, and Ament at the line for 2. And the first is good. We still haven't seen a replay of that call. There may be a reason for that.
We probably won't.
Yeah. Second free throw by Ament, and he made it. Tennessee leads by 10. 4-0 run by the Vols after a 6-0 run by Auburn. Tennessee 47, Auburn 37. Pettiford, right sideline, Elijah Freeman. To Hall at the top. Left wing Overton, back to the top Hall. To Murph, low post Overton, foul in the play. I think this is going to go against Amari Evans. It's too bad because Auburn had an easy basket underneath.
Auburn has gone back to their basic offense of that flex cut on the baseline cut. Kevin Overton came wide open. Keyshawn Murphy really threw him an excellent pass, but the foul ensued, took over.
Out of bounds, Hall to Murphy at the top. 20 to shoot for Auburn, back to Hall in the center circle. To Pettiford, 13 to shoot, Auburn trails by 10. Tahad drives it through a double team in the lane, up with the left hand, good.
Oh, beautiful hesitation move, and he just stepped right around his defender and laid it up.
Auburn trails by 8, Tennessee basketball, 16-36 in the second. Ament way out on the left wing for the Vols. Picked up by Elijah Freeman, turns the corner and a foul on Elijah. Second foul on Elijah Freeman. That'll bring Jovic into the lineup. That is already the third foul against Auburn. Tennessee's been called for 5 here in the second half. Murph comes out, Jovic is in for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's not been much up and down. It's pretty much been in the half court because the whistles have blown. They've blown each play dead on almost the last 4 possessions.
Boswell between the circles. Auburn in the 2-3. Middle of the lane it goes. Brown dumps it low post for Carey in a triple team. Carey lobs it to Ament on the sideline. And he stepped out of bounds. Auburn gets it.
Really good defense by the Tigers. That's the first shutout we've had as far as really snuffing them on defensive end. Forcing the defense and forcing the turnover.
Pardon me, Randall. 9th turnover against Tennessee. 16-17 in the second. Auburn down 8.
Need to keep that effort up on the defensive end and get hot on the offensive end.
Pettiford through a double team, kicks it to the corner. 3-ball, Freeman short. Long rebound run down by Boswell. The other way for Tennessee to the hole. He didn't get it. Here's Auburn with the rebound. Overton the other way for the Tigers. KO across midcourt. At the top of the circle, steps into a 3. Didn't get it. Rebound, Hall had it, lost it. It's Jovic up and he's fouled.
The pace is picking up, playing a quick game, and the Tigers are excelling. They got a good offensive rebound by Jovic that time, and he got fouled and should shoot 2 free throws, right?
15:51 in the second. Tennessee 47, Auburn 39. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Stay tuned, friends. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
15:51 to go in the second half in Knoxville. Tennessee leads Auburn 47-39. Auburn has never trailed tonight, but the Tigers continue to hang around here. And we'll have Filip Jovic at the free throw line to shoot 2 coming out of the timeout break after the third foul on Boswell. Randall, their 2 starting guards, Gillespie and Boswell, with 3 fouls apiece right now. And like Auburn, this is not a real deep Tennessee roster at this point.
Well, if the game continues to go as it has been in the last 25 minutes, that last 4-minute segment, those fouls could really emerge to be big. The Tigers are playing quicker, playing faster. We got some open looks. Anytime that you get in the broken floor and the Tigers, you take quick shot, the quickness will win out. It gave Filip Jovic a chance to slide his way in, get an offensive rebound, and then get fouled on the stick back. And it stayed away from the half-court power game that Tennessee really likes to play.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Ten-point game at the half. Auburn has outscored Tennessee 8-6 in the second. Now Filip Jovic is at the charity stripe for 2 for Auburn. A reminder again, their 2 starting guards, Gillespie and Boswell, have 3 fouls apiece. All right, 2 free throws here from Filip Jovic, who has 4 points on the night, to go with 3 rebounds. Freshman out of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Free throw is good.
Really looked good. Did a nice job on his routine that time.
Little breath before he shot that one through.
Yeah, kind of exhale and relax your body.
Yeah.
Slow your heartbeat just a little bit.
Second free throw doesn't go. Tennessee gets the rebound. 7-point lead for the Vols, 47-40 with 15:46 in the second half. Carey, left wing for Ament. Top of the circle for Troy Henderson, his first action of the night. Ament pull-up jumper from 17, got it.
Well,
he just rose up above Auburn with that one.
That was a big-time play right there. Just 1-2 dribble to the elbow and just got up over the top of the defense and made it.
15 points on the night for Ament. On the wing, it's Overton. Drives on Carey to the basket, through the lane. Out to the top for Pettiford. Crossover dribble, 11 to shoot for the Tigers. Pettiford gets a screen from Jovic. Down the right side of the lane, lobs it to the corner. Hall of three, in and out. Doggone it. He can't get one to fall.
Sure
and here's
can.
Ament the other way for the Vols. Ament down the right side, runs through Auburn. And they're going to get Auburn for a block. Jeb Hartness looked at Joe Lindsay like, hey, who's the foul on here? They're going to call it a jump ball. That's why. They called that a jump ball, and Tennessee gets it.
Obviously, neither official saw what took place. That's probably better than a foul, but it gives Tennessee another possession.
Well, the ball went out of bounds as Ament was driving on Overton.
Wonder if we challenge
And that ball was kicked by Ament out of bounds. That should be Auburn basketball, and I think the Tigers will challenge it, and they'll go to the replay monitor. We're getting a really good view underneath that basket, and it sure looked to me as he was driving on Overton that Ament kicked the ball out of bounds.
Well, that would give the Tigers two
Sure
positives.
would.
One, they give them the possession and save that timeout. Because if you lose the challenge, you lose the timeout.
Yeah. And now the officials gather at the replay monitor. Joe Lindsay and Bart Lennox. Again, the replay we watched, pretty clear that Ament was the one that kicked that ball out of bounds.
It's pretty obvious right there. And I thought it could have been a charge, too.
Well, that's what I thought initially we were going to see. I didn't see the ball kicked out of bounds like it was, but that's at the other end of the floor, and it sure appears that Ament kicked the ball out of bounds. He leads everyone with 15 points. He's everything they said, 15 points and 6 rebounds, but he has 3 fouls as well. I didn't realize that.
Kevin Overton made an outstanding defensive play that time, sacrificed his body, got right in front of Ament on that play, forced him into a speed dribble. He got to going way too fast. Kevin got in front of him, took his body right in his chest. The ball squirted loose on the baseline. Now we're going to find out who's going to get the possession.
That was a full timeout. I apologize we didn't take it. I apologize we didn't take the timeout there. We were so concerned that Auburn was going to get the call. We'll make up this timeout at some point. I promise you. If Auburn has it, 14:59 to go in the second half, and Auburn has the ball trailing 49-40.
Yeah, the Tigers are in good shape as far as being behind your 3-possession game right now. Getting extra possessions is even more valuable. That's the reason I think they challenged that.
$14:59 to go in the second half. Auburn trails 49-40. Fouls could be an enormous part of this game right now because 4 of their 5 starters, Randall, have 3 fouls. Gillespie, Boswell, Ament, and Estrella. Estrella has hardly played because of the foul trouble tonight.
Well, that's for sure. He made a 2-point shot early in the second half, right off the bat at the free throw line. We had been winning that play, but he ended up using a little jump push shot for about 10 or 12 feet right in front of the basket. But then he turned on the next ensuing play, he fouled.
Yeah.
And we've only got 1. We've got Sway that's got 3.
Right.
So
and here's the thing. Auburn has done its damage on the low post in the second half. Auburn is 3 of 3 from 2, 0 of 5 from 3 in the second half of play.
Well, it'll be really a lot of fun, Andy. We got to get those 3 balls to start falling, continue the 2-ball play, and everything will be just fine.
Freeman is into the ball game. Jovic, Overton, Pettiford, and Hall. That's the Auburn 5, and the Tigers do have the ball. Good to see that challenge helped Auburn, and the Tigers also don't lose a timeout.
Yeah, we get an extra possession right here.
Down 9 Auburn ball.
Oh, it looks like the first time we're going to see a 1-2-2 three-quarter court kind of a press. I don't know if they're a little confused or if they're going to really jump in that zone press. I think they are. It's kind of a zone press by
Pettiford
Tennessee.
Off the inbound pass to Freeman. Across midcourt to the sideline. Centers it back to Pettiford. Right wing for Hall. To the corner, Overton. 15 to shoot. Down 9 Auburn ball. 49-40. Pettiford. 9 to shoot. Pettiford, 6 to shoot. Foul against Tennessee. Nope, they got Auburn. They got Jovic.
Oh, he set the screen. He tried to roll out pretty quick. I'm not sure there's much contact there at all, but they called him for an illegal screen.
Yep, second foul on Phillip. Tennessee with the 9-point lead in the basketball. Henderson running the point right now with Gillespie on the bench with 3 fouls. Amen still out there with 3 fouls. Henderson at the top. Carey hands it to Evans. Picks it up, 9 to shoot. Evans, free throw line. Brown, low post carry. Jovic stole it. He drives up the floor, leaves it for Hall on the wing. It's Overton at the top. Keyshawn Hall. Down 9 Auburn ball again. 20 to shoot. Right wing Overton. KO. Brings it out to the wing, into the lane. Up with the left hand, it's short. Rebound fought for Freeman. Bodies flying everywhere. And the one that's on the floor right now is Auburn's Kevin Overton. And the clock is stopped with 13:52 to go in the second half. Hall lying on his back. I'm sorry, that's Overton. Overton lying on his back on the left side of the lane.
Must have got hit pretty good.
And Clark Pearson, Auburn's athletic trainer, will come out and tend to the junior out of Oklahoma City. He was on Tiger Talk with us Thursday night. Told us Thursday night he wants to come back for his senior year. He said he wants to come back to another school. Brad Law, can you get us an update?
Yeah, when KO shot the ball, he kind of fell back. One of the Tennessee players starting to run back up the floor, and Kevin fell into the knee or the leg of that Tennessee player. The back of his head hit
sure did.
on the leg of the Tennessee player.
Yeah, we get the replay now. The clock stopped with 13:52 to go in the second half, and Overton still lying down on his back. Clark Pearson will help him sit up. And Auburn will have 19 to shoot, trailing by 9 at the 13:52 mark of the second half of play. Auburn over its last 4. Tigers haven't had a field goal in the last 2:50, and yet this remains a single-digit game because Tennessee, neither team has shot the ball extraordinarily well in this second half, and Tennessee's up to 11 turnovers. Auburn has 7.
Be a good time for the Tigers to kind of get on a little bit of a run here. 13:52, you got plenty of time, but no time is better than right now as far as really kind of taking a hold offensively.
Sebastian Williams-Adams is the one that checks in for Overton, who's getting tended to by Auburn's athletic trainer. Hall will trigger to Pettiford, right wing. 15 to shoot for Auburn, down 9 with the basketball. Jovic from Pettiford, right back to Tahad, shot clock at 8. He's guarded by Gillespie, who has 3 fouls. He drives on Gillespie, pull up 3 ball, right wing. Yes, and a foul! It couldn't have gone better. A 3-point shot by Pettiford. A foul on Gillespie and an and one opportunity.
Could be a spark the Tigers have been looking for all night. What a play by Tahad Pettiford. Hung in the air, made the 3-point shot, got fouled, it went down. Now he's got a chance for one more.
And the 4th foul against Jacoby Gillespie, who comes out of the game now. Pettiford has cut the lead down to 6. He can cut it to 5 right here.
They certainly are a different ball club without him in there.
It's a 4-point play for Tahad Pettiford. And this is a 5-point game as Boswell brings it up the floor for the Vols. Right wing a pass. At the top, around the perimeter it goes. Carey hands it on the left wing for Evans. 14 to shoot for the Vols. Off the top. Boswell, right wing, Ament. 3 ball by Ament, missed it long. Rebound pulled in by Hall.
Good.
Down 5, Auburn ball. Hall up the floor for the Tigers against Ament. Gets it to the top for Pettiford. Had a 4-point play. Last time down. 13 minutes in the second. It's down to a 5-point game, and Auburn has it. Pettiford against Estrella. On the right wing, it's Freeman. Free throw line, inside the line. Up with a shot, missed it long. Rebound out of there, Sebastian. Right wing 3 ball, Pettiford. No. Long rebound, tapped out. Sway has it for Auburn. A third crack at this one. Sway drives, pull up jumper, blocked. Rebound Tennessee. Ahead, Ament. They've got numbers. Ament to the hole, tried to jam it, was fouled. Boy, Auburn had 3 pretty good looks at that one. They didn't go, and Tennessee got a transition, and it will send Ament to the line to shoot 2 for Tennessee.
Tigers were making a little push. They had 3 opportunities that time. Never could get the ball in the basket.
They had a 2-on-1 at the other end, and Hall at least stopped the stuff. His second foul, Ament at the line, where he is 7 of 9 tonight. Now 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Back to a 6-point lead for Tennessee. Oh my goodness. Auburn had 3 cracks to cut that lead under 5.
They just need to keep playing fast and furious.
And the second free throw is good by Ament.
Tigers keep getting looks like that, it'll be fine. Tennessee stays in this 1-2-2 3/4 court zone press.
Auburn gets it across midcourt, right wing to Todd Pettiford. 19 to shoot for the Tigers. Tahad works against Evans. Now Murphy to Tahad. Left wing, drive Hall. Works it back with 6 to shoot. Low post Murphy out of bounds off Tennessee with 12:05 to go in the second half. Are they going to give this ball to Tennessee? They are going to give this ball to Tennessee. Well, Bart Lennox came in and overturned Jeb Hartness.
I couldn't see it. It was below the seats for me on my eye level, but now we just got to continue to keep our defense up.
51-44 Tennessee. With the ball, drive to the hole. Amen up, and he's fouled by Murphy. And he'll go to the line for 2 when we come back. 11:55 to go. Tennessee 51, Auburn 44. With each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlive, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A's new Frosted Sodas and Floats. It's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new Frosted Sodas and Floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new Frosted Soda or Float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new Frosted Soda and Float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Auburn baseball tickets are on sale now. Single game general admission tickets are available for as low as $15. Prices fluctuate based on the opponent and day of the week. 8-game mini plans are on sale for $112. Flex plan vouchers are available for home games excluding premium SEC series. Learn more about the pricing structure and availability and buy your tickets today by going to the Tickets tab in the Auburn Athletics app or visiting aubtix.com. Take your place in Plainsman Park this season with Auburn baseball. Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios, checking the Yellowwood scoreboard in the state today. UAB a winner at North Texas, 72-68. Bethune-Cookman got a win over Alabama State, 69-54. Jacksonville State fell at Missouri State, 74-67. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard. Back to Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey in Knoxville.
51-44 Bradford. 11:55 to go in the second half. Tennessee leads and has Nate Amen at the free throw line, where he is 9 of 11 tonight. You can take the lead back to double figures. Auburn had the lead down to 5, had 3 cracks on an offensive possession to cut that lead under 5. Were unable to do so. Since then, Ament with a couple free throws, and actually does not have a chance to take the lead to double figures. He can take the lead to 9 right here at the free throw line with 11:55 to go. The foul was against Keyshawn Murphy, his second. Tennessee is the one in more foul trouble than Auburn. Gillespie on the bench with 4 fouls, 3 fouls apiece for Boswell, Ament, and Estrella. But boy, Auburn just hasn't been able to take enough of an advantage of that foul trouble right now for Tennessee.
Well, the Tigers are really playing better. Their movement is better. Their passes is better. Their effort looks really good. They just can't get the ball to go down the ring. They need to open it up, try to get a layup, make another shot. I thought it was a big shot in the arm on the 4-point play by Tahad Pettiford earlier. It would really turn this thing around. They're still in striking distance. They're in good shape. 3-possession game. Just need to continue to play, continue to push forward, and something good will take place.
Ament at the line for 2. His first is good. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. Ament can check the lead to 10 or to 9, and he does. All right, Auburn's got to respond after the 4 free throws by Ament. Tigers trail by 9. 53-44 in the middle of the lane. It's Murphy, right wing Hall, bang on the 3.
There we go, right after a timeout. Good set play called by the staff. Got Murphy Hall wide open.
Ament through the lane on the baseline, out to the left wing. He is their scorer on the floor right now. Ament gets a screen, drives on Sebastian, free throw line, up from about 12. He missed it. Rebound tapped up and missed. Rebound still out of there. It's Auburn the other way. Tigers trail 53-47. Alley-oop, Freeman from Pettiford knocks it home.
What a play. Pick up the speed, picking up the pace.
It's a 4-point game, 53-49. 11:07 in the second half. Tennessee ball, 3 from the corner. That's no good. Rebound out of there, still loose. Freeman ahead with Pettiford and Hall. Pettiford, right corner, 3 ball. Go, it's short, and the rebound to Tennessee. Well, that's not the shot that Stephen Pearl wanted right there. Auburn had a 3-on-1, and Pettiford missed a 3 from the corner.
A great look, good timing to take it.
Off the right wing, Evans. Low post pass, stolen by Freeman.
The defense of Auburn is really tightened their belt. They're really getting after it, coming up with loose balls.
10.5 minutes to go. Auburn trails by 4. Hall, free throw line down the lane to the corner. It's Freeman, 16 to shoot. Brings it out to the wing for Hall, right side. Keyshawn, 3 ball over Ament, short. Rebound Tennessee. Up the floor, it's Boswell. Down 4, Auburn on defense. Boswell, low post pass. They double team Brown underneath, he throws it away. Auburn on a break, it's Pettiford. To the hole against Boswell, put it up, missed the layup. And a foul call. And the foul's gonna go against Tennessee. Well, wait a minute. I'm not sure. We were completely blocked. They got the foul on Pettiford. They're going to say he kicked out. That'll be the 3rd foul on Tahad. Pettiford went up for the shot. He missed it. Rebound came down, and he tripped. They say he tripped Evans, who was going to the floor. Evans was completely out of control. But they got Tahad Pettiford for a foul.
Yeah, it was on the free throw. It was on the rebound instead of the Tahad's initial shot.
Evans at the line of 1 and bonus. First free throw is good. He's a 59% free throw shooter. Tennessee has taken advantage from the line tonight. They're 15 of 19, and they haven't missed in the second half. 5-point lead for the Vols, 54-49. And Evans makes both. Under 10 minutes to go. 6-point Tennessee lead, 55-49. Tigers got to respond, friends. Pettiford, right sideline, Hall. Top of the circle, Sway. Left wing, Freeman. Low post, Murphy against Estrella. Up with the right hand, he missed it, and Estrella got the rebound.
Run a good set play for Murph. Got him point blank. He just turned around and just missed the shot.
Third, has 4 straight trips down the floor without a bucket for the Tigers. Estrella at the free throw line. Up with the right hand and good.
Tigers are in good shape. We got plenty of time left. They just need to continue trying to get the shots they're getting.
8-point lead.
To make a few of them.
57-49. Auburn has missed its last 4. They come to their feet here at Thompson Bowling Arena. Hall on the right wing, 17 to shoot. Ball knocked away from behind and a steal. Drive to the hole, Boswell lays it in. His first bucket of the night. 10-point lead for Tennessee. 6-0 run after Auburn cut the lead to 4. Pettiford at the right wing. Into the corner, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Works there against Brown. Drives into the lane against Brown. Goes up against Brown and gets fouled by Brown. Be the second foul on Brown with 8:47 to go in the second half. And Sway will go to the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. Jovic Michalek coming in for Auburn. After this first free throw attempt by Sebastian Williams-Adams.
Really good power play by Sway. He has showed signs of strength tonight. That was one of them, and they just end up fouling you when you get there.
First free throw is good by Sebastian Williams-Adams, the freshman out of Houston. Murphy and Pettiford come out. Jovic and Michalek are in probably until the 8-minute timeout.
I would think so. They got 8:47 now. They keep them out just about 1 minute here, and then on the timeout, we'll give them a chance to catch their breath. Maybe the Tigers can sustain this.
Second free throw is Rip City by Sebastian Williams-Adams. Cuts the lead down to 8. 59-51 balls.
Go back to the zone.
Boswell double teamed. At the top, Brown. Left wing, Evans back to Brown, or Boswell at the top. 17 to shoot.
Tigers go back man after that pass.
Boswell, free throw line. Down the lane, Estrella, and a foul on the play. We'll send Estrella to the free throw line.
That was a tough matchup.
Foul was called against Blake Michalek, his third.
Our ball screen defense, we're changing, we're switching, and that switched to big. Michalek was just too outmatched underneath that.
Estrella misses for the first time for Tennessee in the second half. Auburn down 8 with the ball. Michalek across midcourt for the Tigers. Left-handed pass to Elijah Freeman. Now to Hall straight away against Amari Evans. Left wing Michalek. Back out to the top for Hall with 9 to shoot. Hall, a screen. Turns the corner left hand, drives to the hole, ball deflected. And Tennessee had it but lost it out of bounds with 8:01 to go in the second half. Auburn ball, 2.4 seconds to go. And Pettiford comes in replacing Michalek. 2.4 seconds for Auburn. Out of bounds down the right sideline or right baseline near the corner.
Yeah, they'll run a regular baseline out of bounds play. Tigers.
Ament comes in to play defense for Tennessee and replaces Amari Abram. Out of bounds baseline right near the corner. Tigers trail by 8. 8:01 in the second half. Freeman, the inbound. Pettiford rises up for 3. He banked it up and missed it. Rebound tapped up. And it comes to Jovic for Auburn.
Another opportunity for the Tigers right here.
Pettiford backs up near a double team. Stays out of the double team. Left wing Hall. Head fake at 3. 10 to shoot. Puts it on the floor. Drives to the hole. Reverse layup. Good.
What a beautiful play. He went to the other side of the goal on a baseline drive. Avoided the block and just laid it in.
Back
beautiful
to a
play.
6-point game. 59-53. Tennessee. 7.5 to go second half. Tennessee ball. Estrella. Left side for Brown. Ament. Low post Estrella. Off the glass. He missed the bunny. And Pettiford the other way with Auburn trailing by 6. Pettiford, left wing, drives it. Corner. Hall. 3. It didn't go. Rebound tapped. Auburn. Head fake. Shot is up and in with a foul on the play. Jovic again with the and one.
What an effort by Filip Jovic. Getting the offensive rebound, powering his way back up. He's going to have an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Timeout on the floor. 7:08 to go. The Tigers have trimmed the lead back to 4. Jovic at the line. When we come back, make plans to be on the plains for the return of A-Day on Saturday, April 18th. That's the A-Day game. A-Day tickets go on sale February 3rd. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're an Auburn fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to War Eagle Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and War Eagle Mobile contributes to Auburn athletics with every payment you make. No contracts, no hidden fees, no reason to put it off another minute. Switch now to the only phone plan built for the Auburn family and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit wareaglemobile.com. That's wareaglemobile.com.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Now, rebounding has been a bugaboo for the Tigers tonight. Tennessee took advantage right from the get-go. Still leads Auburn 37-26, but Randall, the teams are even rebounding in the second half at 12 apiece, so Auburn doing a better job on both ends of the floor on the glass in the second half of play.
Well, Auburn has a 2-point advantage on scoring points in the paint, 26-24. It's amazing the size that overpowers Auburn from Tennessee, but they have been in there and scrapped, just like the play right before the timeout with Philip Jovich just kept jumping, finally got his mitts on it, pulled it down, went back up to stick it back in and got fouled and made the basket. It was just effort plays like that by the Tigers. The only thing that we're missing is just to kind of catch up. One big three, a good three, a conventional three-point play. Try to tie this rascal up in the next 2 or 3 minutes and take it to the last 5 and see what happens.
Jovich on the night, 7 points and 6 rebounds. Murphy leads Auburn with 7 rebounds. He has 4 points on the night. 2 in double figures, Pettiford with 11 and Hall with 10. Tennessee is 19 from Ament, who's 11 of 13 from the line and has 6 rebounds, 11 for Carey. But Carey hasn't even scored in the second half. And now Philip Jovich at the line with a chance to cut the lead to 3 here at the 7:08 mark of the second half.
You mentioned his stats at 7 points, 6 rebounds. You know, he's done this in 13 minutes of play.
Yes.
That's quite efficient for the young freshman from Slovenia.
Takes a breath, shoots the free throw, makes the free throw, and it's a 3-point game.
There we go.
59-56, close as it's been since early on tonight. Tennessee basketball. They continue to leave Gillespie on the bench with 4 fouls. Estrella has 4 fouls. He's out of there as well. Evans around the perimeter. Brown to Carey. At the top, it's Ament. Everything's going to go through this guy, especially with Gillespie on the bench. To the baseline. Boswell, 5 to shoot. At the top, it's Ament. Ament down the left side of the lane. Pull up from about 13. He missed it, but the rebound comes to Boswell, who puts it up and got it. And bodies flying everywhere underneath. Everybody's all right. Jovich, the last one to get up. Auburn gave up a key offensive rebound right there, and Boswell put it home.
Second opportunities by Tennessee that time really paid off. The Tigers made sensational defense. What was that, 29 seconds there. They got the ball up on the glass with 1 second and then got an offensive rebound and stuck it back in.
6:33 to go in the second half. Tennessee by 5. 61-56 falls. Right wing, Freeman. Top of the circle, Jovich. Phillip back to the wing for Freeman. Looks into the corner for Hall. 15 to shoot for the Tigers. Hall against Boswell. Goes up with the left hand and didn't get it. Rebound, Jovic back up and fouled. Philip Jovic.
Wow, another offensive rebound, and young man is just relentless tonight on the glass.
Jovic with 7 rebounds on the night now. And he's at the line to shoot 2 for Auburn with the Tigers trailing by 5. I think Brown's the one that got him. It would be his 3rd. Yep. 6-12 in the second. Tennessee 61, Auburn 56. First of 2 for Philip Jovic. Missed it long. And Gillespie back in, replacing Evans. Boy, take it right at 0.
That's
defensively.
for sure.
Jovic can cut the lead. And he missed both. And Brown got the rebound. Doggone it. 5-point lead for Tennessee.
Still in good shape.
61-56. 6 minutes to go in this one. Down the stretch in Knoxville. Gillespie down the right side on the lane. Gets the ball to the top for Boswell. 10 to shoot. Boswell on the wing. Kicks it into the base or the free throw line for Brown. Brown looking for help. Underneath is Gillespie up, and he got it.
Well, everything goes through that guy. He can really score, active, and he's also got a lot of foul trouble.
Pettiford with a steal. A steal for Tennessee and a foul on Auburn. DeHaad tried to get it underneath, and it never got there. Tennessee got the steal, and Gillespie was fouled. Doggone.
That was a bad turnover right there.
And Gillespie's at the line for 2. Tennessee in the double bonus. Tennessee up 63-56. Auburn has been as close as 4 in this second half. Has never led in the game. Sebastian Williams-Adams out. Overton, who left earlier, right back into the ball game for Auburn. Not right back, but back in several minutes after going down. Free throw by Gillespie is good.
Yeah, Gillespie's their best free throw shooter.
82%er. 63-56. Gillespie again. And good. 5:34. Tennessee by 9. Pettiford at midcourt. Bounce pass to Jovic. 6-0 run right now by Tennessee. Hall on the wing. 3 ball. Left wing good.
Big 3-point shot. We got a timeout. Regroup our defense.
It's a 30-second timeout called by Auburn with 5:24 to go. Trims the lead down to 6. 65-59 Tennessee. 5:24 to go. Next up for Auburn, Tigers are off in the midweek this week. Auburn will play host to Alabama on Saturday at Neville Arena. I hope you have your tickets for that one.
The jungle will be rumbling that night.
Ooh,
that's
will
for
it
sure.
ever.
Be a lot of fun. Got to get through this next 5:24, try to make a rush at this. We're only down by 2 possessions. We've got plenty of time, but we've got to come up and start making positive plays on both ends of the court. I think if the Tigers were to ever get ahead, I think they could win going away.
5:24 to go in the second. Pettiford, Overton, Freeman, Jovic, and Hall. The Auburn 5. Brown, Ament, Gillespie, Boswell, and Carey. The 5 for Tennessee. Full length of the floor to go for the Vols. Leading Auburn by 6 points, 65-59, 5:24 to go. Tennessee does not have a 3-pointer in the second half. Watch out for one here. Gillespie at the top. Double team, free throw line. Brown to the hole. Yes, and a foul.
They run a play, set play. They go high-low. They knew that they were going to be able to get the ball at the high post. The Tigers have allowed that all night long, but we've defended it much better. That time he just put it on the deck, took it hard to the basket.
I believe Jovic got him. It would be the 4th foul on Jovic. Or, excuse me, the 3rd foul on Phillip. Brown for the and 1. And it's good.
He's had a good night. Brown has really played well.
8 points and 5 rebounds. Back to a 9-point lead. 68-59. Vols. Pettiford between the rings. Now to Hall against Gillespie. Picked up by Brown in a switch to the corner. Overton, 16 to shoot. KO puts it on the floor. Drives it to the right wing. Corner. Freeman, 3 ball. Nope, long. Rebound Tennessee. Gillespie up the floor. They can take the lead to double figures right here. 4:43 on a counting clock. Tennessee by 9. With the ball. Gillespie works on Hall out at the top. Drives it to the free throw line. Now to Boswell down the left side of the lane. Low post. Carry up and in.
Just run that high-low duck in there. They just put their body on it, 267 pounds. Just leg whips you and just has an angle right off the bat because he's as wide as he is tall. When he spins around, he's got an open layup.
Tennessee has hit its last 4 field goals to lead by 11. Hall left wing. Head fake at 3 on Gillespie. Goes on the baseline against Gillespie. Out to the top, Freeman. Right wing, 3 ball. Overton. It may have been blocked in the rebound to Ament. They're up 11. There's a steal by Pettiford, but it went out of bounds.
Oh, he made a terrific effort to almost get that steal.
On to Victory is proud to be the official events experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. Tennessee 70, Auburn 59. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn assistant men's basketball coach Mike Burgermaster.
I'm so grateful to be able to do what I do on a daily basis. I mean, to have sat on a bench at 2 Final Fours, I can't believe all that we've accomplished here. I look forward to seeing what we'll continue to accomplish, but even stuff as simple as like having run a practice, when other people have been out on the road, or it's still so surreal to me, and I'm so grateful that Auburn is a place where I've been able to grow up and mature and keep contributing to the level that I'm able to do a job that I love every single day.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Not much going on across college basketball right now. Some of the other games in progress include Wyoming leading Colorado State 37-33. They're in the second half in Mountain West action. West Coast Conference, San Francisco leads Pacific 32-30. They're near the halftime in that matchup. And Gonzaga and St. Mary's just about set to tip off in another West Coast Conference matchup. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard. Back to Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey in Knoxville.
3:58 to go in the second half here in Knoxville. Tennessee 70, Auburn 59. Auburn has had the lead as close as 3 in the second half, but each time that Auburn has countered, Tennessee has done the exact. Has taken the lead out to 11 points right here with 3:58 to go.
Well, Tennessee's really just been efficient late. They've gone to the power game on the block. They've played Gillespie with a large number of fouls. They've really put the saddle on him, and he is the catalyst, running their team, making the passes. The Tigers have had a couple of flurries. They've had opportunities to score. They just need to they got 3:58 left, still in striking distance right here, but a lot of things have got to go the Tigers' way. Got to shoot it a lot better this last 3 minutes to hide a lot of missed shooting throughout the game.
Tennessee by 11 with the basketball. Gillespie at the point. Picked up by Overton in Auburn's man defense. Off the right side, it's Boswell. 15 to shoot for the Vols. He's double teamed. Gets it to Gillespie at the top. 10 to shoot. Gillespie at the key. 7 to shoot. Gillespie for 3. Didn't get it. Rebound Auburn. Down 11 Auburn ball.
Really good shutout. Coming out of that timeout. Time to get a basket.
Hall on the wing. Drives it on Amen. Into the lane against Amen. To the hole. He banked it in.
There it is. Got a 2-point shot. The Tigers going to pick up full court. They're going to try to put a little bit more pressure on the Vols, getting the ball up the floor.
Gillespie ahead to Amen against the press. 23 to shoot for Tennessee. Amen double teamed. Skip pass. Boswell on the wing. 70-61, Tennessee by 9. 3:04 and counting in the second half. Vols with the ball, 10 to shoot. Gillespie, right wing for Brown. Low post, Amen, up and in.
Three possessions. All of a sudden, you just blink of an eye. It goes to 4.
They're beating Auburn on the low post right now, friends. Pettiford to screen, free throw line, low post Murphy to the hole. He lays it in with 2 hands.
Tigers going to have to pick up full court.
Yeah.
They're going to have to initiate some turnovers by the Vols.
Gillespie to Boswell against the Auburn press. Oh, he walked and got away with it. Right in front of Joe Lindsey. Down to the baseline for Carey. Carey to the wing. Top of the circle for Gillespie. 14 to shoot, 2:19 to go. 9-point lead for Tennessee. Gillespie. At the top, it's Brown. Drives on Hall. Picks up the dribble. Gillespie in the lane. Up from about 7. He didn't get it. Weak side rebound, Tennessee.
Oh, man.
And out of bounds, Tennessee. Auburn ball. Auburn gets it. Carey got the rebound but fell out of bounds. Down 9, Auburn ball, 2:05.
Tennessee continues to leave the window cracked just a little bit, Andy. If we could just, we've got to make some shots, and we've got to make 2 or 3 pretty quickly, but we cannot give up any baskets to the Vols.
Pettiford at the left wing, 2 minutes to go. Auburn trails by 9, Auburn basketball. Pettiford near a double team. Skip pass corner. Hall, 3 ball in the air. Good!
It's a good way to start. Good way to start. 1:52.
Cuts the lead to 6. Cuts the lead by a third with 1:52 to go and a timeout called by Auburn. 72-66 Auburn. Trailing here at Tennessee, but fighting back as this ball club has done all year long.
Unbelievable. This is a really good sign right here.
The 2 co-players of the week. Ament with 21 points and 7 rebounds tonight for Tennessee. Keyshawn Hall, 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for Auburn. 1:52 to go, and it's down to a 6-point game. A 2-possession game, as Randall would say it.
Love to say that when you're in 2 possessions of it. The Tigers need to create. They're going to press full court. They're going to pick up, really play hot on the ball. They've got to create. They kind of got to dictate the tempo because they're down 2 possessions.
Murphy, Hall, Pettiford, Overton, and Williams-Adams. That's the Auburn starting 5 out there right now.
All they need is to get a hand on it.
Ament, Gillespie, Boswell, Brown, and Carey, the 5 for Tennessee. Auburn will press full court.
Got plenty of time, but this full 30 seconds right here, the Tigers need to win this possession and get possession of the basketball to go to the offensive end.
Ament looking, gets it inbound to Boswell, throws it ahead for Gillespie. Across midcourt for the Vols. To the right wing, Ament. Low post, Brown. Outside the arc. Into the corner, Ament. Low post again, Brown. Outside the lane, 18 to shoot. Brown to the wing for Ament. 14 to shoot. Tennessee milking the clock. Ament 3, short. Rebound out of there, comes to Tennessee.
Dadgum.
Oh, boy. Tennessee leads it by 6. Drive, Boswell, baseline right. Out to the wing for Ament. 11 to shoot for Tennessee. 1:20 to go. Tennessee by 6 with the ball. Ament. Boswell. Baseline. Shot is up. It was blocked. Rebounded, though, by Brown, and a foul on Auburn. Too many opportunities for Tennessee, this time down the floor. And it will send Brown to the line to shoot 2 for the Vols.
Tigers played really well that time. They had two times they had an opportunity to come up with the ball and didn't. That would have been a huge play.
Brown 2 of 3 from the line. He gets a couple right here. The freshman out of Hoover. First is good. Takes it to a 7-point lead with 1:14 to go. 73-66 Tennessee.
With 1:14, Tigers have got to go to even a higher gear and play a little bit faster, and we've got to score quick.
Second free throw from Brown. Made them both.
Got to go.
Auburn ball. 1:10 to go. Tigers trail. 74-66. Down 8 Auburn ball. Low post Murphy against Boswell. Goes up for a shot. It was blocked.
Got to pick up.
Tennessee the other way. Boswell throws it away. Sebastian Williams-Adams with Pettiford. Seb lost it. Comes to Hall. Double hand dunk.
49 seconds. You still got plenty of time.
Yep.
You got to get a hand on the ball.
74-68 Tennessee. 49 9/10.
Tigers going to press
full court. Ament will trigger. Into the corner for Gillespie. He's double teamed. Throws it off the left side for Boswell. Races forward, gets it across midcourt, low post for Brown, hands to Ament, right side of the lane. They will use the clock and they're fouled, and Ament will go to the line for 2 after the foul by Overton.
Ament's he's lived to the line tonight as well. He's had an outstanding game.
11 of 13 from the line tonight, 21 points with 7 rebounds. 2 free throws here from Ament. 38 seconds to go. It's a 74-68 ball game. Oh, for a couple misses. Oh, for 1. Not the first one. Freeman will come in for Auburn. Brown comes out for Tennessee. Evans is in. And Freeman replaces Sebastian Williams-Adams. That's a better shooter for Auburn on the floor with Freeman.
Yeah, Tigers going to have to retrieve the ball off the glass or take it out of bounds and race down the floor quickly.
Amen. Missed it.
Here we
Rebound
go.
is loose. It comes to Pettiford.
Got to go.
75-68 Tennessee. Auburn ball. Pettiford pull up 3 right wing, in and out. Rebound Overton. Back to Tahad. Another 3 ball in the air. It's off the iron twice, but no good. Rebound to Ament with 22 seconds to go. 75-68 Tennessee. And that may do it with 20.4 seconds to go.
Well, they fought hard. That was just the epitome of what took place throughout the entire evening. Is just missed too many shots.
Yeah. 20 and 4/10 seconds to go, and Gillespie can basically ice this one. Auburn fell behind by 16 in the first half. Got as close as 3 in the second. Free throw is good by Gillespie. Just could not get that final punch to tie it or take the lead. And Tennessee is going to break Auburn's 4-game losing streak here tonight. The Tigers will fall to 14-8 on the year, 5-4 in the SEC with Alabama next. Gillespie makes both. 20.4 seconds to go. Tennessee 77, Auburn 68. Pettiford puts it on the floor, drives, loses the ball. Tennessee tried to save it, but lost it out of bounds with 13.6 seconds to go. Rebounding a big factor tonight, 46-30 in favor of Tennessee. Freeman will trigger baseline left. With Auburn trailing 77-68, 13.6 seconds. Inbound Hall, works on carry, drives to the hole, puts it up and missed it, and was fouled in the play. And Keyshawn will go to the line to shoot 2. Hall playing with an injured index finger on his shooting hand. On the night, Keyshawn 7 of 17, 3 of 9 from 3, perfect from the free throw line tonight at 3 of 3. 11 seconds to go.
Well, he's carried a big load. He's got him 20.
First free throw was short. He's played a ton of minutes tonight.
Yeah, 35.
He's played 35 minutes. So has Tahad Pettiford. Hall knocked home the second free throw. Tennessee will get it with 11 seconds to go. They'll just get it across midcourt. Tennessee will beat Auburn. Tennessee a winner tonight over Auburn. Final score, Tennessee 77, Auburn 69. Auburn basketball continues.